many chairs are you sitting on right now? Are you all in on the chair? You put on one pair of glasses, you've got one pair of AirPods right now. You're looking at me through one screen. Like, you're using one microphone. That's a one microphone. Like, you trust it? Is that conviction? Seems kind of scary. Why don't you diversify? Why don't you use 10 microphones? Do you drive in 10 cars at the same time or one car at one time? Do you drive down one street? Aren't you afraid that you're driving down one street? You know? Do you take a different way? You get on one airplane? Are you convicted? You put your entire family in the one airplane, aren't you afraid? When you use knives, do you have copper knives, wooden knives, steel knives, aluminum knives, rubber band knives, diamond knives, because you're afraid to commit to the right knife? So my point really is, ultimately, if you're a rational individual, it's a tool.
Jolene, 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 I'm begging of you, please don't take my man. Jolene, 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 please don't take him just because you can. Your beauty is beyond compare, with flaming locks of auburn hair, with ivory skin and eyes of emerald green. Your smile is like a breath of spring, your voice is soft like summer rain, and I cannot compete with you. I tremble. You're gonna eat me alive. If I stumble, you're gonna eat me alive. Can you hear my heart beating like a hammer? Beating like a hammer. Help, I'm alive, my heart keeps beating like a hammer. Hard to be soft, tough to be tender. Come take my pulse, the paces on a runaway train. Help, I'm alive, my heart keeps beating like a hammer. Beating like a hammer. Beating like a hammer. Beating like a hammer. If we stay alone,
One of you motherfuckers dance. Hey. Close eyes, see things, fire up, tweaking. You and my freak dreams, you and my freak dreams. Bad bitch, you did that. Get stacks, drive cars, whip out, bitch out, tits out. Oh shit, my dick got. Can she suck right now? Fuck, can she fuck right now? I done asked twice now. Can you bring your price down? Little boozy with the wipe down. A little woozy, but I'm nice now. What the fuck right now? What the fuck right now? What the fuck right now? What if we fuck right now?
What if we fuck right now? Yo, what the fuck is good? How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? How are you
all living. Welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to the stream. Is that a house coin shill? Wait. What is today's date? Does that say house coin? Wait. Wednesday, August 26th, 2026. Talking about house coin. Brother, we already crashed the housing market a long time ago, brother. We crashed the housing market a long time ago. Welcome back. Welcome fucking back. It is so good to see so many beautiful faces here in the stream. If you're watching on YouTube, Twitter, you like to chat, twitch.tv/threadguy. I'm going to be honest, guys. I feel good today. I don't know if this was obvious. I was dying yesterday. I woke up and I was fucking dying. I don't even know how I made it through the stream. I was dying. I was like suffering. The sleep thing is crazy. It's like you really got to lay down and just hallucinate for 8 hours a day. Brian Armstrong was low-key on one. But the second I got off stream, I slept for 2 hours straight. Like I didn't even like fake wake up. I slept for 2 hours straight, and then I went to bed. I got 8.5 last night, and I'm so back. I'm so back. Also, this is crazy, by the way. Have you been following this Barron Trump thing? Iran is like flat out threatening Barron Trump, and no one's doing anything about it. U.S. Secret Service is investigating an Iranian state media video appearing to threaten Barron Trump. The agency said it investigates any perceived threats against its protectees, but declined to discuss security details. Fucking nuts. Have you read On the Edge by Nate Silver? Reading it now, I feel like I recommended that book. You got that from me, big dog. That's my rec. You got that shit from me. Welcome to the show. I'm glad you're enjoying my rec, Greg. I'm glad you enjoy my rec. Of course I read it. Book is great. I stopped reading near the end because the VC part is kind of boring. I wasn't super excited about the VC part, so I turned it off. But the book I'm reading right now, unbelievable. Red Notice, Bill Browder, so good, about investing in Russia. It's actually a unbelievable story. It's wild. I fucking love it. All right, we have a lot to talk about today. We have G Jerk. What's good? We have a lot to talk about today. We have a lot to get into today. I kind of wanted to talk to somebody today. And so we are gonna have Tulip King come on at G Jerk is so funny. At like, I don't know, 10:30 maybe. And so before that, we have a lot to cover. Bitcoin's 78.3 right now, and I think it looks decent. It looks decent. Okay. Everything else looks nuts. From Pump, Hype made a new ATH. Lighter looks sick. Zec looks sick. Bond yields are up across the board, which is a little bit scary again. Gold isn't doing a whole lot of anything. And then Robinhood on chain right now is absolutely crazy. Cash Cat is 208, but it was as high as 235 last night. Pawns is nuts. Net, which Anton was in this chat shilling net a couple days ago, looks nuts. The artificial Inu token looks nuts. And so yeah, we have a fucking lot to talk about. Also, we have NVIDIA earnings today, which feels like a fork in the road a little bit. I'm going to be honest, because I don't know what they would have to post. Like, what numbers would they have to put up that would be substantial enough to send us higher? Like, for NVIDIA to not dump, it's going to have to post the greatest earnings in the history of the world, especially right now. Like, we got back what, GDP growth, and it's like completely whatever. This AI acceleration thing is not really taking place. I don't know how significant the numbers are that we just got. It feels like we get a new number every day. But what I do know is that DRAM is now red. Soxel is now red. IGV is now really red. Qs are red. NASDAQ is red. Everything is red. So we're going to see. I want to talk mostly about crypto today, but as always, we're going to do stock market open. And man, we are in an interesting fucking spot. So anyways, if you're watching on YouTube, Twitter, and you like to chat, twitch.tv/threadguy. And let us start with a little roll call. Poetic Philosopher, welcome. Greg, what's good? New Life, what is good? DNAP, what's good? Alex, what is good? Dr. Tingle, Viblet, what's good? First Chatter, welcome. Jat, is it Jat? I can't even see it. Jat, what's good? Malcolm, what's good? Libra, what's good? Gerlin, what's good? Matt, what's up, homie? What is good? Big Lefty, Big Lefty in the house. Joey, what's good? Doyle Brunson, what is good? Wavy, what's good? What's good? MJ Brennan, what's good? Tentacle Poppy, what is good? Johnny Gambles, Joshy, Chop, Drick, what's good? First chatter, welcome, bro. Welcome. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. All right, Rockstar responded to our little leaker friend here. Not friend, not affiliated. Leave me alone. But Rockstar responded, and they said, last night, they said, Dear all, we know that many of you have been waiting to hear from us regarding the events of the past week. The events. It would be an understatement to say that having videos of GTA 6 gameplay leak in this way has been heartbreaking for our team. And this is obviously not how we intended for you to see the game after all this time. We are very sorry that everything has taken as long as it has. From getting the game finished, nearly there, to sharing more details and official gameplay, and providing the community with everything you want to know. We're very excited for everyone to see the extended look tomorrow. It comes out tomorrow. It has taken longer than we wanted to get it ready. Second time we've said that now. But as with everything we do, we know we need to exceed your expectations, and we are determined to deliver at the level you expect and desire. While it is unfortunate that the intended game experience may now be impacted by some spoilers, we hope that everyone will wait a bit longer to experience the game for themselves on November 19th. We want to thank everyone in the community who's reached out with messages of support this past week. Your words have meant more to this team than you can imagine. Ultimately, we are making this game for you, and without you, we would not have the privilege of making games. We look forward to sharing more with you soon. Rockstar Games. They basically came out, said the leak is real. We're getting fucking mogged by some kid, and there's nothing we can do about it, which is, consider me fairly shocked. I thought there was a non-zero chance they were going to come out and be like, either one, this is an inside job and this was on purpose, or two, we have this brother in custody right now and he's going to the asylum with the last leaker. There's nothing they can do. And I guess the difference between this and the last one is that the last one was an American that they had in custody already. This is like, I don't know. He's British, but he was in America. I don't know. I suppose it's like, if he's not in America, there's not that much you can really do. Oh, it's a British company. Okay. Like, if he's not in your country, there's not that much you can really fucking do. I guess on the theme of my book, rip a red notice, I suppose, but there's not that much they can do, honestly. So, I don't know. Kind of disappointing. Who really cares? I'm going to be honest with you. I'm a little bit anxious about the release of GTA 6. I'm like fairly anxious about this, dude. I feel like the world is going to stop when it comes out. I'm like nervous for it, dude. The release of this game. Like, I don't know what to say, but I got the jitters a little bit. So we'll see what happens. I'm just like, how big is it going to be? You know what I mean? Like, is it going to be one of these things, if you were not on GTA all day, you're like missing out on the new world? It's crazy. It feels like a significant cultural moment. They announced a 2K and GTA collab today. What are you talking about? What? Not even GTA can save the abomination 2K has become. There's nothing they could possibly do to save that disaster of a game. Okay, quick topic about culture and money before we get into crypto. We're going to skip a lot of the stock slop this morning. But I have a quick topic for you. Okay? And the topic is NIL. Okay? Name, image, likeness. And college athletes getting paid. And what they've done to NIL. And it has turned into a fucking mess, college sports. And there's a story that happened yesterday. Okay? There's this tight end from Ole Miss, Daquan Wright, who had a great season last year. declared for the draft, got drafted by the Cleveland Browns in, let's see. He got drafted by the Browns. He went undrafted. Okay, he goes undrafted and signs a undrafted contract with the Browns. Okay, training camp starts. He's on the Cleveland Browns training camp. Okay, makes the preseason roster or whatever. Suits up, plays in a preseason game. Plays in multiple preseason games, actually. At the end of training camp, he gets cut from the Browns. He's earned money, not that much, but he's earned like training camp salary. Gets cut from the Browns, sues the NCAA, is granted a waiver of eligibility, and then signs an NIL deal with LSU College and is going back to college to play college football for LSU and Lane Kiffin. And it's like, wait, what? This is the second time it's happened in a year, okay? Because last year, there was this guy, NBA player for Baylor, James Najee, gets drafted in the first round by the Charlotte Hornets, plays in the preseason, doesn't make the team, sues the NCAA, is granted a waiver, and goes back to play 18 games at Baylor, brother. And so if you don't follow college sports, I'm going to give you a quick recap on what has happened because it's insane what's going on. If you don't follow college sports, forever, you could not get paid to play in the NCAA, okay? The biggest teams, they would do some weird undisclosed payments, but you could not get paid to play. You could only get a scholarship. You couldn't even sign endorsement deals. You couldn't sell jerseys with your name on them. You couldn't even sign, like Johnny Manziel got in trouble for signing autographs for $500. Reggie Bush from USC does not have his Heisman Trophy because he was signing autographs for money. Reggie Bush does not even have his Heisman Trophy. They didn't even give it back. Reggie Bush. Okay? And so finally, the NCAA is like such a profitable organization that one day they said, you know what? Fuck it. Fine. You can now pay players. Dropped it into the world and put no rules on it. No rules. There's no rules. There's no regulations. There's no salary cap. There's no contracts. There's no structure. You can just pay players. Good luck. Okay? Every other pro sports league, obviously, has deep rules, regulations. There's a salary cap in the NBA. There's like owners' rules. There's contract standards. There's like a way this is supposed to go. The NCAA just dropped you can now pay players into the ether with no rules. Okay? At the same time they dropped NIL, it was also COVID. And so everyone got a COVID year, which made eligibility like a complete disaster. Everyone got a COVID year, and they also dropped the transfer rule. So it used to be the case that you could not get paid. And if I was like, okay, I go sign a contract, or I commit to Alabama, and I'm going to be the quarterback at Alabama. And I get there as a freshman, and they bring in someone better. I sit the bench the whole year, and I'm like, you know what? Fuck this. I want to go play at Auburn. I have a better shot at making the NFL if I go to Auburn. I transfer to Auburn. I have to sit out an entire year, and I lose the eligibility of my sophomore year. So you only have 2 more years. You lose the year of eligibility. So at the same time, they let players get paid. They let them get infinite transfers. And they also gave everyone a COVID year. So what you're seeing now is there's basically players that are in years 5, 6, 7. There's 8th year college athletes that are making like $5 million to transfer with no rules. And so there's guys in college football right now that have played on 5 different teams in like 5 years, and they're going to go into year like 7 of eligibility. Because the worst part about the NCAA, like the last part, is that it's this oligarch cabal, okay? And if you want something from the NCAA, you basically like declare for a waiver for whatever you want. Like I want a 7th year of eligibility. Like I had a COVID year, I redshirted 1 year, I missed 7 games, so I got an injury waiver, and now I just want to make more money, so let me play a 9th year. They take your case, they go into the back room, they discuss with no formal rules. It's like we just like discuss in our little like cabal, and then they come back with an answer and they decide. And almost always they're letting players play. And so college sports have turned into a fucking madhouse. Because what's happening is like, okay, imagine I graduate from VCU. Okay, I make $100 million in the markets, and I want to see my alma mater be good. And so VCU is like, look, thread guy, we got this point guard recruit. We really want to get this kid. We're gonna be really good if we get him, but he needs $5 million. And I'm like, all right, fine. I put up $5 million. He shows up. He's all right. At the end of the year, he has 30 points in March Madness. Alabama's like, we want him. We're gonna offer him $10 million, and he just leaves. Takes my $5 million and goes to Alabama, and it's over. There's nothing you can do about it. It's like GG. And so college sports have no rules. I think it's good that players are getting paid. They should be getting paid, but there needs to be like regulations on how this works, and there's not. And so the whole thing is turned into a fucking mess, and they're basically letting pro players come back with eligibility. They're like, okay, fine. I don't care. It used to be if you earn $1 playing the sport, you were considered a professional and you cannot come back to college. That was the rule. But now you can earn dollars. And so they don't know what the rule is anymore. And so there's pros that are not making it in the league and they're coming back to play. I mean, there's like 30-year-old college athletes, 28-year-old playing against 17-year-old kids. It's nuts. It's fucking nuts. There's so much money in it. I wish I knew how to invest in college sports. I can't really. But it's insane. It's absolutely insane. So anyways, NIL college sports are a complete disaster right now. It's a fascinating story to watch unfold. And yeah, we'll see. Look, I think college players should get paid. They absolutely should get paid. The NCAA was a criminal organization prior to this. But it's like the guys are making more money in college than they would in the league. They're making more money in college than they would in the league. It's like what Liv did to the PGA Tour. It's like this new pool of money that has billions and billions and billions of dollars that could not use it before, just showed up and is pouring money. They're making more than the pros. It's crazy. College sports have turned into a disaster, complete disaster. So, anyways, that's my my NIL situation, and let's talk about the markets. Dude, Johnny Manziel. Can you imagine if Johnny Manziel was playing in the era of NIL? He would have made like, I don't even know, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. How much money would he have made? He would have signed a 5-year, like he would have made at least a kimchi, maybe 2. Johnny Manziel was the biggest thing in the fucking world when I was growing up. He was the biggest thing in the world. Also, quick update on our Jeju Island situation. 15 to like 10 mil, 5 mil, some shit like that. 15 mil, some shit like that. Quick update is our police officer with the 200 missing persons and serial killer case in Jeju Island was arrested today. He was arrested for deliberately shutting down a missing persons case. Roughly 298 of them. 298 ignored cases, brother. Insane. He was officially arrested. They blurred out his face. 298 cases dismissed. So we'll keep updating that. But if you are in Asia and looking to travel to the Hawaii of Asia, Jeju Island is not going to be your place. Also, last thing. KFC is releasing the new Oreo chicken burger. Okay? I need you to understand that at the same time we're going to reach a renaissance of creativity on the internet with AI, we are going to reach the craziest war you're ever going to see get fought is by Big Sugar and Big Pharma. Okay? It is going to be like, it is going to be like the actual World War III is by big carbs and big pharma. Because in order to compete with appetite suppressing drugs like Ozempic and Mounjaro and GLP-1, 2, and 3. In order to compete with that, you have to make the craziest sugar monstrosity abomination contraptions that have ever even been concepted. Okay? Big sugar and big pharma are about to go in the gnarliest war that has ever been fought ever. It's the only way to combat big Ozempic is fuck it, KFC, Oreo chicken burger that features mashed potatoes covered in crushed Oreo pieces. It's going to be disgusting. It's going to get nasty. It's going to get dirty. It's going to get physical, and it's going to get legal. It's going to be bad. You're basically going to see the world, the whole world is going like this, okay? And so you're going to see the fattest fat people you've ever imagined in your entire life, and then the hottest, hot, sexy, beautiful people you've ever seen ever. And there's no middle ground. You're going to live amongst them, okay? The most beautiful people that the human race has ever created, and then the most disgusting on the other end, okay? That is what this is. It's a symbol of what's to come, and prepare yourself. All right. Let's talk about the markets. If you're watching on YouTube or Twitter and you'd like to chat, twitch.tv/threadguy. Shout out to Cross. And yeah, it's the K-shapeification of everything. Okay? It's the K-shapeification of everything. All right, we got a little bounces today on alts. Okay? Basically where we're at right now in crypto is Bitcoin's kind of just hanging out right now. 78.2. It is definitely scaring the hose at 78. I think this is the problem. This is why we don't do late longs with crazy leverage. Is I think a lot of people got carried out. I think a lot of people lost a lot of money on this move from 81.2 to 78.2. I think there was a lot of money liquidated from the market, which is crazy. Okay. If you lost money on that, too much leverage. Let's get back to the drawing board. But there was a lot of money evaporated on that move. There really was. Because I know how rich I was 3 days ago. And relative to how rich I was last night. And it was a pretty substantial difference. Okay. Pump looks pretty good. Up 5%. Hype made a new all-time high. The real action right now is happening on the Robinhood chain. Okay. And let's take a look. The real action, Delta 1. I hate when you send tweets from him. Meta agreed to settle claims that the platform has harmed children. Wow. How much? Okay, unclear. 17 billion. Okay, Meta settles 17 billion. That's nothing compared to what they were going to lose. Meta settles teen social media case for up to 16.6 billion. Settled with 29 states over claims that Instagram, Facebook harm children, misled users about safety, and improperly collected data from users under 13. It's crazy because, like, now what? They just get sued again? Like, what happens? They just get sued again? Also, that's crazy. Meta just settled a fake lawsuit for 4x the pump fund market cap. More than Zcash. Luke Martin, what's good, brother? It's like they just get sued again for building a good app. It's nuts. But I mean, the lawsuit was 1.4 trillion. That's just like egregious. But look how gross this shit looks. Oh, I kind of want to try it, dude. All right. What I was saying though, God, look at this disgusting slop, dude. It looks like slop, man. It's disgusting. It makes me sick. I want to take a bite. It's probably so good. It's probably so fucking good, dude. It's disgusting. It's Oreo mashed potatoes, you nasty, disgusting fucks. Oreo mashed potatoes, that's disgusting. It's probably so good. All right. Robinhood chain right now is pretty fucking nuts. Okay. Cashcat 210. AI, Artificial Inu 38 with an all-time wick of 48. Net, which Anson was in here shilling the other day, wicked 10 circ. It's at like 7 right now. Oreo mashed potatoes, like what you make the first time you and your boy smoke weed for the first time, and you're like Oreo mashed potatoes is in the kitchen. So funny. Stonkbroker is not doing much at all. Kind of looks Omega fried. And what was the other one I wanted to see? The other one on Robin Chain. Oh, Pawns. Pawns is at 80 mil. I think different platforms show different prices because of the burn or whatever. But 80 on Pawns. And so I look at the market right now and I think to myself, on chain is like, I mean, it is like it's 115 on FOMO. Yeah, it's the same price, but it's like they burnt supply or something, and so it's one of them is not calculating. I can't think of how the math works in my head, but one of them is not calculating. They're like accounting for the burn. Same price though. I look at on chain. I look at the market right now, and I think to myself, as someone who's not trading on chain that much, I'm going to talk about it. I think to myself, like, we are 1 to 2 hour candles on Bitcoin away from absolute fucking mania, like complete mania. It could basically happen at any moment. It could happen at any second. Like, you know, me and Malcolm used to do this thing. I used to say to Malcolm all the time, being in crypto, I would say to Malcolm, and I'd be like, look, even in the depths of the bear, I say to Malcolm, I'd be like, Malcolm, you know what? On any given moment, you could start a clock, you could start a stopwatch at any given moment. We're 72 hours away from just complete fucking mania. Like absolute mania mayhem in this place. And that's what happened 3 days. 3 days, that's what happened. Is like we went from 64 to 80, 81, and it got nuts. And so we sit here at 78,136. And I think there's a ton to be optimistic about. How well the alts are trading, I think, is deeply, deeply, deeply optimistic. I basically think we got a rip 82 candle. We got a rip 82, and on-chain is going to have the hottest run it's ever had since AI, and it will probably deeply surpass that. Like, everyone still wants to talk about AI season this, AI season that. I just hope we get one more AI season. You'll get it. You'll get it. You'll get it crazier. You'll get it much crazier when and if it comes with majors. We just need Bitcoin to like pop 82. Because if it does, it's going to get fucking nuts around here. And I think the best thing that's happened to crypto, in the last year is how serious Vlad Tenev has taken Robinhood chain. Like, I cannot understate enough how important that is for on-chain. Because like if Robinhood did not exist right now, it looks pretty hollow on chain, I think. I think it looks pretty hollow. Like, you don't get Cash Cat, you don't get the pawn stuff. There's no artificial Inu. All you have is you have Ansem coin, and then you have like some soul like war, and you got nothing. And you got Ansem coin and a lot of miserable people outside of that without Robinhood chain. But Vlad coming through and moving fucking militant gives everyone this sense of, wow, he could maybe actually bring some money on chain. And it feels like they're going to. I think Vlad Tenev might be the best thing that's happened to crypto in the last year. Vlad Tenev and the DATs blowing up. Like, Vlad Tenev and David Bailey selling Bitcoin are the best things that happened to crypto in the last year. Vlad Tenev and David Bailey, in their own respects, it's the best thing that's happened to crypto in the last year. Like, I'm sorry. And so we'll see how this plays. You like Ben Cohen. Let's see. Should we scroll it real quick? What does he think's gonna happen? He thinks another drop in midterms Q4. He thinks bottom in October. I mean, that's
If you guys like the content, make sure. What if it's a sort of a similar move?
Oof. He thinks new lows.
And you just simply get one final sell-off into Q4, the midterm year bear market 4-year cycle completes, and the low.
By the way, he has been pretty spot on recently.
That ended up occurring in in November, December of 2019 just ends up being maybe the final low over here. Again, is it a stretch? Yeah, But if you watch the whole video, I think you could at least see how I made that comparison.
Okay. Interesting. Anyways, there's a topic I do want to talk about right now, which is piggybacking off on-chain being hot. I saw this tweet that I really like. Let me see. Let me pull this real quick. It feels as if all my theories are coming true. Okay, so when I think of weird bubble ZERP COVID backed salaries in like money pockets that are so ridiculous it doesn't even make sense, the thing I always think of is OnlyFans. Like I think of OnlyFans and I think of people that have made way too much money at numbers that like don't even make sense. And there's this clip that went pretty viral yesterday, and it's Corinna Kampf talking about how much money she made in OF. Okay.
Assets and stuff
Corinna,
than me.
you're so much richer than me.
So it's David Dobrik saying, one, you're so much richer than me. And I look at David Dobrik, right? Always did look at David Dobrik as giga rich influencer, right? Like giga rich, clouded, famous. Like imagine being as rich as David Dobrik level influencer.
So many more assets and stuff
Corinna,
than me.
you're so much richer than me. It's not even a question.
Oh, I had the best month I've ever had last month.
How much?
In May, $775,000 last month.
That's fucking.
Okay, so she made $775K. And this is like top dog Corinna Kampf, right? Like I don't really like know OnlyFans like that, but I can imagine there's many people that are making more than $775,000 a month on OnlyFans, right? That is like upper top echelon.
See that?
I wish I had kids too.
You do.
Okay, anyways. And I saw this quote tweet on it, which I just love. And he goes, not gonna lie, this clip really put shit in perspective for me. Scented is up $1 million realized this month, and there are a bunch of other top trenders in that range on just memes. That number doesn't even include majors and alts. Traders will genuinely become the new celebrities of our generation. This is the thing I think that is going to become extremely public based off of these public P&Ls, the social trading, where this is headed of trading in public, which is that these traders and specifically the crypto guys make more money than fucking anyone, bro. The crypto traders make more money than anyone, and it is not even close. There was this like running bit on FinTwit for a while. I think it was Base16Z or somebody, which was like, so I don't know if it's Base16Z, but somebody posted like a 75K P&L, which is a sick trade. Don't get me wrong. And the caption was felt comfortable posting a P&L this low because it's FinTwit. Like you don't even see 75K P&Ls on crypto Twitter. You only see like min post plus 500K on CyberLeak. And I just like watched this, and it really puts it in perspective to me that the crypto on-chain crowd, the hyperliquid wallets, the guys like Flood, the guys that watch our stream and are in here every day, make more money than fucking anyone. They make more money than anyone. And it is now really for the first time like verifiable. Since the death of the Perps leaderboard, the Bybit leaderboard, the FTX leaderboard, these guys make more money than anyone. And they're streamers. That's the thing. Like, you know, Stanley Druckenmiller is making more money than Scented, obviously, by a ridiculous margin. But he's not streaming it. Scented is look, I don't care what you think of his methods, the way that he does it, the way he approaches the markets, the style of the low cap. Regardless of how you think of his actions, this guy has live streamed himself making $1 million in a month. Every trade, every click. There's nowhere else in the world. There's no other pocket of the internet where that exists. Think about that for a second. Live streaming himself making $1 million in a month. In a month. What is that? Who makes $1 million in a month? That's like LeBron. I mean, that's like a LeBron putting up Lee Bonds. Nobody does this. Nobody is able to do this except for this little pocket on CT. Like you look at some of these FOMO P&Ls, they're gross. I was about to bring Sobi on stream today. Maybe we'll do it sometime next week. He's up like 300K trading memes on FOMO in the last month. Like there's some talent in our little pocket that is 0.00001 percentile or 1% of like earners worldwide, and they just trade on chain and post on CT all the time. It's actually wild. It's impressive. So I don't know. I saw that clip, and all it can make me think is like, man, if we can find a way to leg up and get BTC north of 82, if we can find a way to get BTC north of 82, 100 million users on social trading apps. 100 million users on social trading apps. Like that's the number. 100 million users on these social trading apps. It's going to happen so fast and aggressive, you won't even know what happened, is the way that I think about it. So anyways, that is our current comp segment of the day. All right, I saw a Jez clip on the feed, and we can never skip it. So I want to talk about Jez, how I'm trading right now, and then we're gonna get into stock market open. We might have to starting these streams earlier, by the way. I feel like I don't have enough time to cover all these topics that I want. Also, YouTube, Twitter, whatever, and you want to chat, Twitch TV says threadguy. Threadguy, you think aping pump is a good move right now? I think it will boom if another bull is coming soon. I mean, I am ridiculously bullish on pump. I don't know what to say. They made $2.4 million yesterday. They made $2.4 million yesterday. And I can't tell you a single runner. Pistachio, but that was late. That was late in the day. They post fees and buybacks from the day at 8 p.m. That was late in the day. That was like 6, 7, 6, 5, 6. Like what time of the day was that? That was late. At ATH at 7:50. So that was late, bro. That was late. I'm obviously biased. I have a huge amount of money in pump right now, but I love pump. This is an old clip, but I want to watch this Jez clip. He's been talking a lot about how his VPIP is really low. He's not trading that not buying that many things. I've kind of been taking a similar approach. You could never skip a Jez clip. Let's watch it.
I think a lot of it comes down to,
this is like a year and I don't even know, 2 years old. It's one of the best interviews on YouTube.
you know, what's your conviction level? What's the risk return on the trade? If your conviction level is high and the risk return is better than other things that you see, my style has always been, why would you put capital at your second best idea when they could just all be at your best idea?
Yeah. No, but I guess that also fits your personality, right? Like you don't care too much. I mean, of course you care, but you're not really phased by the volatility, right? Whereas someone else might be like, oh, I'm down 10%. I feel like I'm going to kill myself. So I think that's where you and I are pretty similar. I also
Who TF is Jez? The GOAT, bro. The GOAT. I've had him on stream before. Yeah, he's the GOAT. Like, the GOAT. The GOAT.
lean towards all-in trades. I don't full port my port. I lean like maybe 50 to 70%, right? If I have the highest conviction idea. One really memorable moment that I had with you was, I think sometime last year or 2023, I think we were hanging out in New York. And then someone like walks up to me and he's like, oh yeah, like Jez just round tripped like his entire portfolio. And I'm like, but I couldn't tell because you're just like smiling and talking. I mean, you said that you've like blown up a few times, maybe because you full port things, but like, what is your mindset?
Actually, I think that's actually, well, so I full port with leverage, or I end up full porting with leverage through martingaling. And that has been a just crippling, that set me back so far in terms of capital compounding.
Can you talk about that? Can you like explain, like, if you're comfortable, like, a spot where you just like you kept martingaling?
I mean, I'll say March this year. I'd taken profits on the
I think that's 2024, by the way, March this year.
Rollbit trade. Everything was at ATHs. I was at ATH. I went and I played a home game of poker. I got quite unlucky. I ran kings into aces and queens into kings. I lost like 30K, a totally manageable size. I went home tilted, and because sometimes I have a bad way of thinking, I was like, all right, well, I'll just, let's make going to that poker a good thing, and I'll leverage trade and I'll make some money so that I'm net up. And I started, I think ETH had topped at 4K and it was like 3.7K. And I was like, all right, I'll long some Ethereum. I, loaded up like a 300K account and I longed Ethereum. And I woke up and it was either liquidated or close to. And I added, 600, 1.2, 2, yeah, and you see how that goes. And so one thing that I'd like to draw a contrast to is the full port convictions have been enormously profitable for me. The things that I die in are these just, very low edge kind of coin flips. Like, I'll sit for 8 months waiting for my thesis to validate, and then I'll spend the same amount of capital on like, I think ETH is going to go up today. And so I think part of that was, stick to
I think ETH is going to go up today.
kind of coin flips. Like, I'll sit for 8 months waiting for my thesis to validate, and then I'll spend the same amount of capital on like, I think ETH is going to go up today. And so I think part of that was, stick to your edge. I think if I have one takeaway going forward is going to be, really try not to tilt off this time.
I'm really fighting with myself right now. I had this conversation with Malcolm yesterday. I'm fighting with myself right now where I have a pretty I haven't talked about it publicly that much, but I have a pretty monster unrealized P&L open right now on Pump. Like it is, it's gotten pretty monster. I've sold none of it, so I don't want to like get ahead of myself. But what's good, Matt? Shout out to Ando. I have a pretty monster UPNL right now on Pump. Okay, and it's like many 6. It's not 7 figs. I would like to make a mill on it, but like I have a pretty monster P&L open on Pump, and I am like uber focused on it. But being focused on it is not actively managing it. Like I'm not really good. If it goes up or down 50%, I'm not selling it either way. So there's really nothing for me to do per se with this position. But mentally, I am super, super, super engaged with this trade. And I'm sort of stuck in this spot where I am not clicking a lot of other stuff on chain. Partially because there's like 3 reasons why. Number one is I just am not. I'm just like not super great at the super low cap game. I don't love to play it. I'm not like super excited about buying low cap stuff. And I just like don't do that well buying stuff under 5 mil, under 2 mil, right? The second is when I think about my performance in past cycles, like 95% of the money I've made is in like 1% of the trades. Like I've basically made all my money, like the correlation between like profit and like number of trades is like very, very, very few have made like 5 trades have made like 95% of my all-time P&L. It just has. Not five trades have made 95% of my lifetime P&L. It just has. Like this is just like how it plays out for me. I'm really good in specific spots, and when I spread too much, I lose. And I think the thing more than anything is I have like a very weird brain. Okay, my brain gets very overwhelming, and if I am in multiple spots, I just cannot. It doesn't even matter how much money is in each. If I am in too many spots, I mentally cannot function. And even like, okay, I have this massive P&L on Pump. I really like the Cyberleak coin. Okay, I buy a bunch of Cyberleak. I buy like 7-8K of it at 3 mil. I sit in it for too long. I sit in it. I'm reading too many tweets about it. I kind of get bear pilled. I sell the lows. I lose 3K or whatever, and then I buy some other garbage. I lose like another 3K, and I'm down 6K on both of these trades. Cyberleak grips to 27, and Pump is also up 30% on the day, and I am fucking tilted. Like I am genuinely like I'm sitting down and I'm meditating and I'm trying to like get this out of my head that this just like completely does not matter to the grand picture here. It has nothing. It just like could not matter less the money that I just lost. Like it actually could not matter less. given the state of where we're at right now, and I am mentally like so fucked up about it. Like I'm like mad, I'm pissed off. I'm like I have to go for a walk. I'm listening to music. Like I'm actually mentally fucked up about this. And so I think certain people just operate different. Like you watch how like I don't know, some of these guys trade on chain and they're in every coin. I just cannot function with a high VPIP. It drives me absolutely insane. And so as a result, I'm going to leak spots. I'm going to miss spots. Okay. But then I had this conversation with myself yesterday, which is like, okay, you know, I want to be the best trader in the world, but trading is my number 2. It's like a hobby. It's my number 2 focus. Streaming is number 1. Trading is number 2. It just is number 2. There's no scenario in which it's not number 2 because I spend, I don't know, 6-7 hours a day on stream. And then the rest of it on trading and like normal life, split between normal life and the rest of my of trading. And so I cannot be mad if I get P&L mogged by somebody else that only trades when trading is like, you know, maybe it's split T1. And so as a result, my VPIP is just really low right now. Like I'm just like not clicking a lot of stuff, and I'm gonna have to miss some spots as a result. And so I don't know. There's like this mental war that's going on in my brain where I'm like, you watch people like print on chain, but then I have to know like my style is just a little bit different right now. It just has to be a little bit different right now. So, anyways, VPIP is a poker term. It's like what does it actually stand for? Number of hands you play. We're gonna miss market open, by the way. Voluntarily put in pot. That's what it means. I've never heard that before. So anyways, if you're wondering why I'm doing a whole lot of nothing right now, it's because I gotta keep my brain. If I'm gonna make it through this cycle, if you're gonna make it through a cycle, by the way, it's a lot more than just clicking the right buttons. It's totally a mental game. It's like, how many consecutive days can you get enough sleep when things really get crazy? It's making it through a cycle is totally it's like a physical battle. It's a physical health battle. And so anyways, that's where I'm at right now. I'm going to talk about it some more. We're getting time cucked right now, which is annoying. I'm going to get up real quick. I'll be back in 30 seconds. We're doing stock market open. I'm going to talk more about my trades, and then we're going to bring Tulip King on. BRB. I can't explain. All right. I'm a little bit late, but it's okay. It's a big day. It might be a slow day, but it is always a big day. It's 9:31 EST. And on that note, the stock market is officially open. If you're watching on YouTube or Twitter and you would like to chat, twitch.tv/threadguy, and bada bang, boom, the SPX opens red. God, high time frame of this thing is scary. I'm just gonna say it. Look at this. Look at this chart. That is a bounce or die. Okay. Down 0.06%. The NASDAQ as well. Green on the open, but down 0.06 on the daily to start. Dow is down 0.15. Photonics ETF is down 0.07. The Neocloud ETF is down 1.3. The Kospi was up 1% in yesterday's trading session. Did you see Big Trout's tweet last night? I just don't know how seriously to take him. Really. I don't know how seriously to take Big Trout. I did see it. We'll come back to that. Russell down 0.3%. The IBB is down 1. Letters revenue slowly increasing. Wow. That's more than slowly increasing, by the way. That's like back to farming levels. Big Trout's how seriously do we take Big Trout? The Soxo was up 0.7. The IGV is down 0.7. Mags are flat and DRAM is flat, but candling green in the open now up 0.2%. Okay. Bitcoin 78,162. Not bad. Not bad. I swear I learn about a new person trader every day listening to stream. Let's fucking go. Big Trout is correct a lot of the time. Fuck. Okay, we'll come back to it. I looked at it, but I didn't like take it that seriously. Bitcoin about 78.2. Pump Fund is up 5. ETH is up 0.2. Zcash up 0.5. Hype is 81. It did technically wick a new all-time high, but quickly saw a pull back. Also, Trump is speaking.
else and they
Hold on,
poured
let's
into our
listen to
country.
this
You
a
wouldn't have had
We
that.
should probably come back
But
to
you
this.
would not have had the war in Ukraine. John Ratcliffe is a fantastic guy.
Yeah, I can't do it right now. We'll come back. Let's do market open first. We'll come back. Lighter is down 0.5. VV's down 2. Per is down 3. Silver down 0.5. Sold down 0.25. Stretch is 97. It's ready to repeg. Yields are all green as fuck. 30-year in particular is up 0.5 to 5.2%. Remember, 5.182. 5.2 is our line in the sand. VIX is up 1. Gold is down 1, but green on the open. Gold down 1 and Bitcoin down 0.3 technically, but 78.3. Brent is flat and crude is down 2%. Defense is all green except for Palantir. That's red with the IGV. That's to 170, down 1.3. All right. Big semis, big AI. Biggest gainer is Oracle? Really? They have earnings? Why is what? Oracle green? Huh. What's good, Azana? Interesting. Oracle. Bitcoin looking good. It doesn't count until 10:30. Also, no, it does not. It doesn't count until 10:30. Bloom Energy up 3. Meta is super green in the pre-market, but lost it after settling their $1.4 trillion lawsuit for $15 billion. Lumentum is up 1. Shout out to Diligent Plane. Firefly's up 2. Redwire's up 2. Dell is up 2. AMD's up 1. Shaw's is up 1. Chad Michael Burry, are you still in Shaw's? What happens at 10:30 ETF SPY? I don't know what happens at 10:30, but I just know that all the PA before is just like so retarded. What happens at 10:30? I don't know. Okay. Broadcom's at 0.3. RoboStrategy's at 0.3. ASML is flat. Microsoft up 0.3. BlackBerry down 0.3. Not a lot going on today. Micron flat. Amazon flat. Google's down 1. IBM's down 1. NVIDIA's down 1. We have earnings today right after market. This is a weird chart. I'm not much of a TA guy, but I like TA a little more just to pay attention. People are going to come back from August vacation, say Bitcoin is at what price? Yeah, is it the thing, by the way? Everyone just takes vacations in August. I didn't really know that was a thing. I suppose I did, but I don't usually do August vacations. Intel's down 1, Marvell down 1.5. Tesla down 2, and Cerebras is so ugly, bro. I guess that jalapeno announcement is bearish for Cerebras because look at this chart. Wow, that is some real fuckery on Cerebras. I mean, I'm the type of guy to long this right here. I'm the type of guy to long like 245 with volume. I mean, I'm in there. I'm in there. 245. Yeah, this was announced at like 183. It's now 178. on Cerebras. Back to Bitcoin. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. On BTC. 78.35 right now. Pump is up 5. Got Pump. I'm going to talk about Pump today a little more. DRAM up 0.5. Soxel basically flat. All right. Uber's up 2. Take 2 Interactive. Look at that. Wavy 80. 7 minutes into open. Look at that. How about that? 238. 2.26% on Take 2. Corey up 2. AMC up 1.5. Reddit up 1. I saw a AMC tweet, by the way. Daniel Tenrero. I like your tweet about pump revenue being the best part of your day every day. It is. He delete it. Oh. When did everyone get AMC theater psychosis? It's a national chain that's been struggling for 10 plus years, and people suddenly started talking about AMC locations like they're historic landmarks. They are. I love AMC. It's an American staple. Carvana up 1, Roblox up half. Circle up 1. StubHub is flat. Fuck StubHub. GME down 1. eBay down 1. Nike down another. Hims down 1. Nebius down 1. Coinbase down 2. Hood down 2. You know, AMC getting shut down to build hospital. Where? Wow. Really? We have enough hospitals. We do not have enough AMC ticket sales for earnings beats to look better. We need better margins than AMC more than we need more hospitals. You know, I had a thought to myself today that Robinhood, with how well the chain is going and could potentially be going, is maybe underpriced, dude. You know, it is maybe underpriced what this is potentially looking like here. Where's the out of tech tweet? This is maybe underpriced, dude. RWA on-chain volume is maybe underpriced. Like, this is not. I would imagine that the stock guys, the free cash flow guys, are not super privy to what's going on chain right now and how crazy it could get. There's no way they are, because even the crypto guys are not locked in on what's happening on chain. There's no way the Robinhood guys are super tapped, or the stock guys are super tapped. Amit is for sure. MSTR is down 2.5, and Michael Saylor, it's down 75% from ATH, and Saylor is posting shit like this. Let's see. Sorry for volume. It's a pretty good one, I can't lie. That was pretty good. Look at the most recent one.
Bitcoin Bitcoin membawa kebebasan finansial untuk semua orang. Tapi harganya naik turun dan kamu akan menghadapi banyak rintangan di perjalanan ini. Kamu harus punya jangka waktu minimal 4 tahun. Dan lebih baik pegang lebih dari 10 tahun.
What language is this?
Tapi kalau kamu punya tekad, kamu akan mencapai kebebasan finansial dengan Bitcoin.
I like the little tongue lick at the end.
Bitcoin.
That was good. That was really good. Also, YouTube, Twitter, if you want to chat, Twitch.tv/threadguy. Yeah, but I would imagine that the Robinhood chain PA is not super priced in. All right, let's check in one more time. Wow, not bad on BTC. It's down 0.2 today, and gold is down 1. It's trading better than gold right now. It is. All right, DRAM is up 0.3, Soxo up 0.5. Yeah, we're gonna have it's hard to do anything until what are upcoming earnings? Let's see. Hold on. Let's see. So NVIDIA's today. Marvel is tomorrow. Nothing on Friday. Obviously nothing on Saturday. Next Monday is nothing. Tuesday, Dell. Broadcom on next Wednesday is maybe fairly important. Lulu on Thursday, who cares? Yeah, it's NVIDIA. Like, Snowflake, fine. It's NVIDIA though. That's the important one that matters. It's fucking NVIDIA. All right, let's break away from this, dude. I think Pump HTF guy makes one good trade, starts saying HTF. But I think Pump high time frame looks really good. Oh, I run this tomorrow as well. High time frame looks fucking great on Pump. And Bitcoin, we'll see, man. We'll see what this thing does. But here's something for you. Is ETF inflows on the big Bitcoin. Yesterday, 314 mil. Day before, 337. 307, 606, 517, 189, and 300. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 consecutive 7 or 9-figure days. They're not monster numbers, but they're really green. Like, they're really green, man. They're really, really, really green. Impressively green. Let's check in on our hyper dash traders. We'll look on chain, and then we will talk about what you guys are in, and then we'll have Tulip King on relatively soon, but I have a few more topics I gotta hit. Loracle minus 17 mil in this hype position. Where's Flood? Is he up on NVIDIA? Flood. He is up on NVIDIA, 25K. Cash cut is now red. He's long, 650K margin, $205,000 of cash cut, 3x. Bitcoin 20x long is up 950K. And cash cut is red, 6K. But he's made 16K in funding on cash cut for Flood. And then is there anyone else we track that we like? Oh, Machi, Big Brother. Cash cut short feels dangerous. I know. Allegedly, we're net long. We're dealt. If the short goes green, we're into profit. If it goes red, we're delta neutral. So, my bad. The Machi account is Jesus fuck. No, Malcolm, he's not short. He's delta neutral, brother. They don't even. No one tells you they made a bad trade anymore. They just look at you with tears in their eyes and say, "I'm delta neutral." It's like, all right, bro. Loracle's not down 30 mil. He's delta neutral. It's like, all right, sorry. Machi's 25 ETH long is up 500K. His Bitcoin long is down 400. His hype long is up 250, and his pump long is down 56K. I guess he just opened it. Yeah, Bitcoin, it looks good. I don't know. It looks good, and this looks unbelievable. I can't focus on anything else other than pump fund because their numbers are so gross. But yeah, DNAP, send me the hype and Sol ETF if you have them. But 7 consecutive 9-figure days on Bitcoin ETF is pretty impressive. I can't lie. Big numbers too. I mean, they're not like billions. We were doing billions back in the day, but they're fairly. It wouldn't take much. It wouldn't take much. It wouldn't. It's on their click ETF flows. Where? Oh, Hyperliquid. Then 307 total. Did 7.5 million yesterday. 5.7 the day before. What about Solana? Did 33 mil. 33 the day before. 10, 14, 2, and 1.6 mil. I guess 1.6 is 10. And then Ethereum ETF did. Whoa. ETF is putting up fucking numbers, by the way. ETF is doing like 50% of Bitcoin. That's impressive. Wow. This thing is putting up fucking numbers. Wow. Bid ETH? No way. Chill. But all right. Let's check in on on-chain, and then I want to know what everybody is. Oh, we should add BMNR to our stock list, actually. Let me do that real quick. BMNR. That is, it's the only crypto stock that's green today, surprisingly. Circle's red. Coinbase is red. I like Hood. I really like Hood right now. I don't think, again, I don't think the metrics are priced in for how fucking serious they're taking on chain. Speaking of, let's look. Pawns is a monster right now. 78 on Dex Screener. Stockbroker we looked at 21. Net, which Anta was in here talking about at like 1 mil, is at 6.7 and was high as 10. FWA is 90. This coin is so cursed. It's the best coin in the world. It's so cursed. Kate 60. AI we just did is 36. Cards is somehow more cursed. It is. Ugh. God. 65. Ugh. 65. The bull 44. The black bull 2. Wow. Ooh. That looks pretty fucking good. A Coinbase funded wallet bought 1% of Ansem in the last 24 hours. Currently number 3 holder. God damn. This thing looks nuts. 3 days. Look at the 3-day. How about the weekly? Oh my God. Look at the weekly. That thing is being fucking. Where's Cash Cat? 202. Nice. I know what's his name is super long. Cash Cat. Leo is super long. Cash Cat. And then Base Cat 22. Anything else? Anything else? Stonk 10. Not bad. We already did AI. We already did it, but fine, I'll do it again if you really care. And we will do 36 on AI. Not fucking bad. Well, Bitcoin's 78.4. We have NVIDIA earnings today, and the market is fucking ready. So, all right. And like, I have a couple topics I want to get through. And before we do that, I want to know what you're in. And after we do that, we are going to have Mr. Tulip King tap in to stream today. Hannah, what's good? All right. We're 19 minutes into open. You already know what I want to know. What are you buying? What are you selling? What do you like? What do you hate? What are you looking to enter? What are you looking to exit? Are you buying stocks? Are you selling stocks? Are you scared of NVIDIA? What are you at? Where are you in? What do you like? I'm long BTC. You know what I hold. I know what you hold. Rectal Pocket. I'm long tendies. Flat on perps, waiting for move. Caught pawns and net, holding Delta. Probably buying Metastock for the long term. Toad. Baby Kate. Bitcoin pump barbell. That's what I'm in. Bitcoin pump and FWA, but FWA is so cursed, bro. Holding Kate. We can unmute Kate, by the way. Elliot, if you're here. Bought Zach on this pullback. In core weave, a triangle formed in the 1 hour. Thoughts on Obscura? I don't have any. Bitcoin OG meme coin. And pump all meme coins. Horseshoe theory, I like that. Ansem and AI, I like that. Back on chain, take position with Base Cat, Coinbase and Kobe. I think 22 mil is 3 is free. Pump looks good. I think Pump looks amazing. Thread, did you get one of those textured FWA NFTs? Dude, someone's trying to sell it to me right, one of my NFTs right now for 7.5 ETH. And I'm like, bro, I'm just not rich enough for this shit. 7.5 ETH is like 20 bands, bro. It's like, fuck, I could buy a car. 20K, I could buy a car. And I like my PFP. I like my PFP. Just fucking, I'll screenshot it. When you see what happens in this range, spot Ansem, spot Pump, spot Hype, Lit, and VVV. Who's new PFP looks kind of gay. Everyone ignore Clussy. Makes me that much more bullish. Ansem, Zee will have 2.5 million followers by cycle end. He might have more. Ansem, how many followers a day are you getting right now? Long Pump, heavy leverage. What are your thoughts on Per? I think it's one of the only DATs that like makes sense. I like Per. What else? 20 bands for PFP, the big 26 is crazy, and I'm retarded. I know. I could buy a car with that, dude. I could buy like a punk with that. Why is oil ripping? Because Trump is talking. Let's see. Is it actually ripping? Yeah, it is. It is actually ripping. I kind of want a long pump too. It's so cheap. You're getting 7K a day. Yeah, you'll fucking rip 2 mil. How many do you have right now? 1.3. Jesus. Like 1.3. Oh, also MetaDAO ripped the other day. Are you in any coins on chain? I'm mainly in FWA, but wait, what was it about to look at? MetaDAO. What's it? Wait, what? They changed the name of it? Am I actually retarded? Okay. Just type meta. Meta. That's right. You just gotta scroll down. Deck screener, bro. Umbra, Jurassic. Oh, here. That's so weird. There it is. Wow. That looks pretty fucking good as well. That looks pretty good as well. All right. That is where we were at. We'll check the stock market one more time and we're moving on. It's a pretty boring day. We're just waiting for NVIDIA earnings, to be completely honest. Bitcoin 78.1. Gold is down 0.75. DRAM is flat. Soxel's about to lose it and go red. Qs are flat. SPY flipped green, 0.05. Dow is flat. Now everything's just 0 flat. ZEC death. No, ZEC looks great. It might be time to buy ZEC. I have this Bitcoin I want to rotate into ZEC, but I kind of was waiting for the Bitcoin leg, but we'll see what happens. I would not hate BTC dominance up for this next leg. Would be nice. It really would be nice. I cannot lie. So are you doing a video stream this afternoon? No, I'm not. But all right. Speaking of on-chain coins, I had a couple stock segments I wanted to do, but my fucking God, Pump numbers are getting so gross. So Pump yesterday did $1.17 million in buybacks, which is $2.4 million in revenue for the day. 2.4 million. It's an all-time high locally. And let's see, that would be the most since definitely the fee switch. 2.4, 2.4, 2.4. I mean, they're doing double what they were doing in like March. Double. Actually double. It's the most since, nope, beats that. Beats this. Beats everything here. Holy fuck. We got to go back a long time. Oh my God. It's the most in September 11th, 2025. And there wasn't even any coins. Think about that. Pump Fund just bought back just made, what was the price on September 11th, 2025? Last time Pump made this much money. God, my chart's a mess. Let's delete those. They had a runner yesterday. Yeah, but it was late in the day. They post at 8. They post fees at 8 EST. It was late. September 11th. No. Holy. Yeah. Price was like 40% higher. Wow. Wow. They did have a runner yesterday. They had a runner yesterday, which was how do I spell it? I don't know how to spell that word. It's a tough word. Pistachio. It's at, it actually looks pretty, I missed this lore. Shout out to Malcolm Binked it. 9.5 mil, and it did like 9 mil of volume on the Pump Solana chain. It's a Meteor pair. Oh, it's a Meteor pair. I didn't realize that. I did not realize it's a Meteor pair. Did 51 mil total, I think. Nice. I did not realize it's a Meteor pair. Interesting. All right. I also want to give a shout out right now. Speaking of trades, speaking of the Robinhood chain, one of the nastiest trades. I want to look at this P&L right now and make sure I have it right. One of the most disgusting trades I've seen in a long time is Incentos, who is, oh my God. Incentos is now up 612K on Cash Cat. He's up 612K. His entry is 650,000 at 104 mil. I think the first time at 104 mil, if I'm not mistaken. I think 104 on the way up is this trade. And if we look at the chart, I think on the way up, bro. I think it's on the way up. Look at this chart. He put 650K in Cash Cat at was it the wait, was it the way up? When did he buy it? Right? Can I see the date on here? One transaction, August 18th. No, okay. Second leg. All right, he bought it right here. I thought he bought it earlier, but still. He basically ticked this right here. He ticked this right here, one at like 110, give or take. No way, he received on FOMO on August 18th. I'm saying August 18th. Oh, he received it. When did he first buy? I remember Incentos being in this thing over here. It was on the way up, right? It was the first. Was it the first leg, or was it this leg maybe? It was pre-listing. He moved it off FOMO, moved it back. Okay. Then I don't know what his actual, maybe I can see past entry. Hold on, let me see. I need to find this first leg. I thought it was the first leg too. Oh, here it is. July 11th. At 140 mil, he bought 700K at 140. July 11th. Let me see. July 11th, bro. Yeah, this is what I remember. Yes. He bought this shit like here, dude. Like in here. He bought this thing in here and has held this trade from like July all the way to what basically felt like zero, little life, really zero, little life, listing. Holy fuck, we retraced the whole move. This shit is cooked. Never mind, we're back. Yeah, I was wrong. This thing is going to zero. To holy fuck, this is the most obvious $1 billion run I've ever seen. And I'm going to be honest, this is one of the nastiest. It's not closed, so I don't want to like put this negative juju on him. This is one of the nastiest trades I've ever seen from Incentos. I got to just keep it a buck. This is one of the nastiest trades I've ever seen, bro. To hold it for this long. I was talking about this the other day, last night when we were going through this. I would have sold this coin. I would probably have sold this coin once, twice, 3 times, definitely 4, definitely 5. Like, definitely 5. I'm out on 5. Definitely 5. And if I didn't sell 5, I am 1 million gajillion % out at 6. Like, there's no way I was making it past this listing candle. And he's up $700,000 on it right now, plus 97%. Fucking disgusting. The K one is crazy too, the people that are still in this. This is a crazy one too, if you're in this. Because I was with Rasmer on this day. Let me delete that. I was with Rasmer right here. And it was like we were at dinner. I don't know if he told this story on stream. But I was with Rasmer during this actually I was with him during this candle. Right here. Fuck, my mouse is fucked. I was with Rasmer during this. Hyper EVM now supported on Pump Fund. Stop. Are you serious? No fucking way. No, it hasn't been on there. It's been in zero fucking fees. No. They've had it on you could trade it on the app, but you could not deploy. This is deploying. Oh, never mind. Never mind. I thought they just added the chain to deploy. Never mind. This has been on there, bro. Never mind. Complete nothing burger. Well, I mean, not a nothing burger, but like not that big of a deal. Never mind, dude. You just made my heart. I was like, no way they added hype. That feels insane. Yeah, nothing burger. Not a nothing burger, but like not that big of a deal. Fuck. That was crazy. That got my juices ripping, dude. Holy shit. I'm gonna be honest, guys. I need a Oreo KFC burger to calm down after that. That just got my heart racing. Also, Bitcoin does look good. It does look so good. It's flat on the day while gold is down 0.7. Yeah, I needed a Oreo burger to chill out after that. So yeah, shout out to Incentos, man, with a just monster of a trade. Oh, this is what I was saying. Kate, this was a gnarly one too. Yeah, market maker is Wulong. I was with Rasmer when Malcolm, he told the story on stream. It's a pretty like tame story, I think, of Rasmer. I could tell. Okay, we're at a restaurant. And I'm not really paying attention to the market on Saturday. This is Saturday, right? We're at a restaurant on Saturday. It's me, Malcolm, Rasmer. He has a cameraman in the restaurant, by the way. It's the worst. It's the fucking worst. Okay, you go anywhere with Rasmer, and it's like you have to hang out with Rasmer, and two, there's gonna be a camera in your face. You're being recorded the whole time. It's like, dude, we're in a fucking restaurant, man. Please, yeah, let's get dinner. Who's gonna be there? My cameraman. It's like the worst thing ever. Okay. And so, and then every time they come over, they're like, no filming in here. It's like a whole thing. So whatever. Yeah, you have to hang out with Rasmer and there's a cameraman. And we're sitting in this restaurant. And it's pretty tame. And he just like, it's me, Malcolm, Rasmer, cameraman, friend of mine, friend of Rasmer's. And we're sitting there, we're like pretty deep into the dinner. And then it's like it's pretty quiet, like dark. It's not quiet, but it's like a dark kind of like intimate place. And Rasmer just out of nowhere, we're all talking. My phone is down. Rasmer just goes, "Holy fuck!" and like stands up and runs. Like there's not like a lot of Wi-Fi down there. He just like takes a fucking beeline to the stairs. Wi-Fi was bad, and we're like downstairs. Holy fuck! Boom! Run like in a sprint through this restaurant. Runs. He goes, "Holy fuck, Kate! They sold Kate!" Runs. And everyone's like, "What just happened?" Like I'm thinking, like, I don't know, Trump coin. Like, what just happened? My heart like drops. I have no Wi-Fi. I'm like fucking sweating. He's really bad at this, by the way, with the comms. He just like starts screaming. And he's gone for, I don't know, an hour. He's gone for an hour. How long is he going? He's going for 45 minutes, an hour. And I'm just getting, my phone is just getting pings like Rasmer sell, Rasmer sell, Rasmer sell, Rasmer sell, Rasmer sell, Rasmer sell, sell, Rasmer sell, Rasmer sell, Rasmer sell. And then he comes back downstairs like an hour later. I mean, I had 3 full Hugo Spritzes in the time that he got up to the time he came back. 3 of them. No, like no bullshit. 3 of them. And they were not quick with the drinks. Like 3 slow Hugo Spritzes. He comes back down and he is just like completely disheveled. Like completely like, looks like he just lost his dog. Like he's completely just doesn't even know what just happened. And we're like, "What just happened?" He's like, I sold it all. I sold it all. Every coin. I'm like, "Why?" He's like, "I don't know. Somebody else sold." I sold it all. Every coin. And then that was it. No more mention of it. We didn't talk about it very much. That was the whole thing. We sat down, we finished our dinner, and like that was it. It was nuts. But my point is, we didn't mention it again for the rest of the dinner, by the way, to my recollection. That was it. He just sat there and just like, we acted like that didn't just happen. And my point is, this is a gnarly one as well. The Kate if you've been in this for long enough. This is a completely gnarly one. So yeah, W capital preservation from Big Raz, but that has been a gnarly one as well. I must admit. So all right, I have a quick shout out to Easy, by the way. He's been posting these really good. Also, Kate is muted in this chat. I don't really know why, but it gets auto modded. Easy's been posting these really good trench update things. The one that I kind of missed, I wasn't really paying attention, was Pistachio. Pistachio and Solana is the story of an OG NFT artist who actually vouched what is somewhat of his own token. The artist is Marcelo, a well-known crypto artist behind Inverse Bros, Wasis, and Pepu on exchange.art. Not in a not a bot farm, someone with actual reputation built over years. Is that AI? Not in a not a bot farm, someone with an actual reputation built over years since. This DCCT is running simple. Artists with real communities command real loyalty, and people showed up to ban the artist, not just the chart. That AI app paragraph, Easy. The buy pressure has been overwhelming since launch, and the narrative is holding clean. Thanks, Raspberry. 13 mil market cap is a reputational bet on a no name, not a blind. Dude, get this slop. And the artist said if it doesn't go to zero, I'll make memes for it, which buyers certainly see as a form of support. So yeah, I missed that coin, but I'll tell you what, man, it's like that's a 3 mil topper 2 months ago. 4 mil, 3.5 mil topper a couple months ago. There is fucking hunger to bid shit right now. There's hunger. There's money that's ready to bid shit. I feel like we're just waiting for this confirmation right now. All right, couple stock updates, and then we'll get Tulip King in here. Tulip King, like I don't know, 15 minutes, Mr. King, if that's good for you. 15 minutes. Number one is upcoming IPOs, which you know we care about. Aura Ring, smart ring maker Aura is targeting a US IPO as soon as September that could raise $3 billion and value the company above $16 billion. At the same time, Aura faces class action lawsuit alleging its $300+ rings have a coin flip's chance of accurately determining sleep stages. Followed by 2018, I was an intern at fund leading Aura's $25 million round. Over lunch, investment director leading deal talked about how accurate the science is. I told him you can't get accurate results without poly tests. He got upset, didn't talk to me for like 3 weeks. Okay, Aura Ring IPO is coming. You know how I feel about this health slop. Okay? I think it is I think it's accurate. The data is accurate. But I think health slop is intergalactically topped for the mainstream. Intergalactically topped. And I said this before, I'll say it again. The reason it's topped is because nobody wants to look like Brian Johnson. They don't. Nobody wants to. If the face of health was like LeBron or was like Ferran Torres or something, this is a different conversation. If it was some like beautiful Italian model, it's a different story. But nobody wants to look like Brian Johnson. And all the tech bros, even the ones that are in the know, look at their North Star and they see a guy they do not want to look like Brian Johnson. They just do not want to look like Brian Johnson. Therefore, I think people are giving up on the health slop, a lot of the health slop stuff. Like a lot of the over the top health tooling is super. I'm sorry, it's topped. And I have another take on this. We do not credit COVID enough for the societal shift it had on our culture. And the extreme health optimizations is also a ramification of COVID, I think. Everyone's sitting in their house with nothing to do, can't go outside, and you're like, I'm going to buy a cold plunge and dial my sleep score. Super valid. Fair thing to do. Probably a pretty good way to spend your time rather than, sitting in your house doing drugs. But now it takes a while to adjust out of that once we can go outside again. This is a COVID phenomenon. I'm sorry, it is. The sleep ring is a COVID phenomenon, bro. It just is. This was not, we weren't doing this before COVID. We just weren't. The tech existed. We were not doing this before COVID. So That's my take. I'm fading Oura Ring IPO on that front. Speaking of health, we haven't looked at Moderna in a couple days. mRNA is shockingly holding pretty well. So also bearish peptides. I think they're just generally like a fairly niche product. Like the TAM is not infinite. I think the GLP TAM is infinite though. There's not that many people that want to inject themselves with a needle to get a 5% boost on like their T, you know? I know GLPs are peptide. The weight loss, okay, let me rephrase it. Weight loss peptides, TAM is infinite. The rest of it is like, I don't know. Weight loss is gonna eat the world. It should eat every time I feel like I see someone that's 100 pounds overweight, I think to myself, you should just take the needle. Bite the bullet, take the needle. But the rest of it is like, I don't know. I'm not really like super excited about gaining 5 pounds on my bench to like put a needle in my ass every day for the rest of my life. So that's my thought on that. Quick update on Intruder. Thanks for the gifted. What about nootropics? You don't need to lose weight. People are just weak. You know, there are certain people that need a needle, brother. You know, like if you are 100 pounds overweight, no way. You're just not. It's not happening. You're not losing 100. You are not losing 100 pounds from diet and exercise. You're just not. I'm sorry. There are very few people that are doing that. I mean, that is like a ridiculously hard task to accomplish on your own. To lose 100 pounds, hard, man. That is like really hard shit to do. I'm sorry. LMI did it. By the way, congratulations, because that is no joke to pull that off. That is just no joke. Finally catching you live. Finished my IRL work. Hell yeah. First time chatter. I forgot that guy's name. But he's an expert from Canada. Came up with a Hormuz Strait was a topic. He told us to stock BWIT and it has mooned since then. Did you bank it? What about gaining 100 LBs? KFC, brother. Okay, on the AI trade NVIDIA topic, just because it matters, we have continued our streak of every employee in the world is leaving OpenAI as fast as possible. Their head of data centers, Chris Malone, just left. Number one. Their sales executive, Peter Doolin, is returning to Salesforce. It's gone. There are allegedly 22 former Salesforce employees who are currently employed at OpenAI that are in active conversations to return to Salesforce. And at the same time, Anthropic came out with an estimate that their TAM is 30 trillion. This would be far in excess of the total addressable market opportunity of the 0.5 trillion estimated by SpaceX in May. That at the time they called the largest actionable market in human history. What does that even mean? By the way, what does that mean? It's like SpaceX is like, okay, our TAM is 26 trillion. Everyone's like, all right. And Anthropic's like, actually, our TAM is 30 trillion. And it's like, all right, what am I supposed to do? They're just like, here's a new number. It's bigger than the last number. Like, thanks. That's helpful. What are you supposed to do with that? New number just dropped. It's bigger than the last one. Like, surprise. It's complete. It means nothing. It genuinely means nothing. But regardless, OpenAI, there's something weird going on there, for sure. Where everybody's leaving. I mean, they lost multiple people in the last couple weeks. It's like 22 are talking about going back to Salesforce. There's some bizarre something's in the water over there. I don't exactly know what it is, but OpenAI is in a weird spot, and they're all joining Anthropic, which is crazy. They're all leaving to go back to where they came from or joining Anthropic. So, all right, we're gonna get Tulip King on here in just a second. I want to see this big Trout tweet. that I'm being DM'd back and forth. What am I being DM'd about Big Trout? Fuck my life. Is this the tweet? Bull case versus bear case? The bull case. Explosive breakout, flip 200 ASMA, flip VWAP, on-chain metrics, FTX VWAP held. Da-da-da. Da-da-da. Bear case. Running up the chart as long as you're de-risking. Already liquidated the big short positions. Running up the chart right before economic policy changes. Gold's first interaction at 4,700 wasn't loving it. Flip it and ignore this. Let's see gold. Where's gold? 46. Bitcoin call skew is off the nuts to the upside. ETH slows down. What else? Primarily spot driven. Isn't that good though? All the big influencer accounts are very active tweeting it different. I don't know. Look at the top tweet. What is he talking about? Let me see. Stomach turning us into more tweets. For what it's worth, before this hunt begins in some coming days and weeks, I would move your money off a big platform, not about HL. Just in case one bullet gets you a collateral takedown, not to say it's 100% happens, but if a lot of rumors swirling in big club. For legal implications, I cannot say for now, but I expect headlines. I'll talk about it when I come back. When you commit fraud and don't build enough holdings, usually good things don't come out of it, especially when you have money to pay back. When you have to pay back money you lost, people under law. What's he saying? Like, Coinbase is insolvent? Like, what does that even mean? Yeah, I don't know. I just can't get too in the weeds. I think it's a good spot. I like the spot. That's the best I can do for now. All right. TG, your hair is glistening today. Is that Pennzoil 10W40 in your hair, you little rascal? Looks great. No, I just washed with water. No, didn't even shampoo it. You call me a little rascal? Why did you say that? Why did you call me that? What's Pennzoil 10W40? You little rascal. Pennzoil 10W40. This is like car oil. Multigrade motor oil available in conventional high mileage synthetic blend and specialty 4-stroke formulations. This is like damn, I thought it was a compliment. It wasn't a compliment. It was like that was mean. That was mean, man. What the fuck was that? So you put a dirt bike, dude. That was hella mean. What the fuck? You little rascal. No, you little rascal. Nah, it was a compliment. Red Bull Jones. Have you seen what happened in Nepal? Like the Discord thing? You little rascal. I saw what happened in Nepal like 6 months ago. Whoa. Flash flood. 400 tourists are missing. Jesus. And prayers for Nepal. I don't want to watch the vid. I'm not going to lie. I don't want to watch the vid. I don't want to watch the vid. I don't want to watch the vid. Here's what we're going to do, though. You little rascal. Here's what we're going to do. I am going to get up. I will be back in 30 seconds. And when I come back. Fuck, should we watch it? Fine. Let's watch it. Is it really bad? Fuck. Should we not watch it? Okay. Okay. I mean, it's like a serious topic. Is the point of playing it? I'm not like playing it for fucking. All right, you don't want to watch it? It's the most non-graphic thing ever. I'm getting very contradictory suggestions here. You don't see anything, but it's bad. There's nothing in it. I'm getting completely. All right. All right. Well, I'm not gonna play it. Not graphic, just insane scale. Just play it. What the fuck? I mean, dude, if Malcolm says don't play it, I can't. You don't understand. He has any desk to my computer. Yeah, that's terrible though. I did not hear about this. I did not hear about this, but damn, prayers for Nepal. 400 people missing is insane. That is genuinely scary. All right, I'm gonna get up real quick. I'll be back in 30 seconds. When I come back, we are going to have Mr. King come on. Topi, I'll let you in just a second. We're gonna have Mr. King come on and talk about the markets. He's been binking the rotations. I cannot lie. He's been binking rotations. All right, BRB.
Don't look ahead, there's stormy weather. Another roadblock in our way. But if we go together. They don't fly, we will run. Never even try past to find out. Oh, how to win what they are lost.
A little rascal cut the music. What the fuck was that? A little rascal Luke. I had to mute to talk to him. No. You had to wait to talk to him. Is what had to happen. You little rascal. Fuck, man. All right. We are going to bring on what song? I missed it. Everybody wants to know my songs. It's just like, what are those? Are those headphones comfy after 4 hours? Oh. Are they? I don't really think about it. Yeah, they're not bad. They're not bad. You little rascal wants to know what how comfortable or not. You little fucking rascal weirdo. All right. Here's what we're gonna do. Is is your chair comfortable? It's like, no, I get up every day and I'm fucking miserable. My hips hurt, my everything hurts, but I do it for you. Thoughts on Chimp Phone? That's my dog. I feel like any pair of headphones is tough after wearing them for a long time. I agree. All right, here's what we're doing. Is I have Mr. Tulip King coming on right now. No, I moved the chair to the cuck chair in the background. I don't know if you could see that. Moved it as a cuck chair, and I'm using this is Frank's chair. I don't hate this. But I have Mr. Tulip King coming out right now, who has been binking rotations. He's big on the bio stuff. He's big on the stock stuff. He's big on the on-chain stuff, the good coins, the bad coins. He's here to talk about all of it. So it's my GOAT. We love him. And the chat's been asking for Tulip King for a long time. So I also wanted to talk to him about the markets today. I've been bored, man. I wanted someone to talk about the markets. So I'm bringing him on right now. And yeah, he doesn't need a fucking intro. Yo.
Yo.
What's up, man?
What's up?
Good to see you again, dude.
How you doing? Always good to be on.
I'm
Always
good, man.
to
I
be
don't think you've like officially been on the stream in a while.
No, it's been a while. Every time I jump on, we're just even bigger, so it's nice.
Yeah, we are, you little rat. I was gonna call you rascal. I won't do it.
It doesn't work.
I mean, hit me. Like, what is your gut saying right now? How are you feeling? How are you positioned? Like, maybe we could do crypto, then stocks after. I don't know. What do you want to talk about? Like, how are you feeling right now?
Dude, we can talk about anything. I feel pretty good. Well, I think the market is like a trader's market here. I think in stocks and in crypto, it's not so simple anymore as like everything go up, everything go down. You have to like pick, kind of what categories you want to be in. And then honestly, especially you have to like pick the right names in those categories, whether it's like AI is actually pretty vicious to trade right now. Like pharma is, well, it's always been insane, but it's like insane. And same thing on crypto, right? Like on-chain versus DeFi versus meme coins and everything. So I actually feel good. I think there's like a lot of spots, but like there's also a lot of ways to lose money right now too.
It does feel like a trader's market. Well, I don't know. Like, you could go both ways.
It's the most fun I've had in a long time trading, honestly.
You could go trader's market, or you could have just been sitting in hype for the last 6 months and done nothing.
Yeah, hype is good if you're like flood, right? If you're like, okay, I have like $1 gazillion, I can't punt it, what's like an actual project I can punt it on, right? But I do think like I'm like a turbo hype bull. I think, it seems like we're kind of destined to go above 100 here, but like there's better returns in other places.
The other thing you love is Zach right now. I can't. We're like the Zach boys, dude. I don't have any right now.
Yeah, I can't believe as soon as it started to pick up momentum again, I was like, oh yeah, I love this coin. I'll buy. I bought a little for the Ironwood upgrade, which was like pretty prescient buy, and then I've just kind of been stacking more on the way up.
I mean, you had one of the craziest Zach trades ever with the short.
Dude, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I've painted that chart. There has not for the last like, I don't know, like 12, 18 months, it has not, like I could close my eyes and tell you where Zach is going at like any moment in time, basically. Like it's been like a masterpiece for me.
What do you think about our little pocket of good coins right now? Like the Zach hype, BBV, like pump. What do you have? What do you like? And like, I don't know, how do you think this pocket plays? Also, they want to know where's it going, brother. Obviously,
where's it going? Up. I mean, like very, very up. I think for the pocket of good coins, I love, what's the saying, right? Where it's like, it's not enough for me to win, like my enemies have to lose. I feel like it's not enough for like the good coins to win here. I think the bad coins have to keep losing. And that's your signal that there's like actual allocation happening. And if you buy the presumption that there's allocation happening, then there's so much dead money and all of these like just turbo shitters, right? Like I'll scroll through the top, right? Like I'm not an Ethereum bear, but I'm not bullish. You go through like Avalanche. I think Litecoin is still a top 100 coin.
Oh my
EOS,
God.
Hedera, all this crap, right? Like, and then also like I think the like, this is probably some of the more contentious take, but like, Arbitrum, Optimism, Avalanche, potentially Solana, right? Like all of those coins also that just like, they're not money and they don't make any money. So like, you're just kind of tricking yourself by holding those, but it's really nice. Like if you want to know where the money to like fund the pump trade comes from, it's going to be people selling Solana to buy pump, right? The same way pump, right, sells Solana to buy pump. So I think like, as long as we continue to see a divergence between like good, bad coins, I think the cycle can go a lot longer than like people think, and it can go a lot higher without external money even coming in. It's like people are finally ready to like just re-rate their own assumptions within crypto and like actually be smart investors.
The one that is different from the rest, though, it gets a lot of hate on the stream, is Solana. I hate on it a lot too. Ansem's in here. I don't know if Ansem likes the Sol hate, but give me the pump flipping Sol type of money rotation. Like why?
Yeah.
Like what would it take for Sol to not roll over here and underperform?
Well, I think the way to think of it maybe is like if you buy the Solana thesis, right, of like decentralized NASDAQ, on-chain NASDAQ. Well, the first problem that
I thought that was Celestia.
Oh, dude.
Sorry.
I know,
Sorry.
That's just decentralized crime.
Sorry.
That's what that is.
Sorry.
But if you buy that thesis, right, the first problem that you have is like there's plenty of competition, right? Like Hyperliquid is clearly far in the lead. And then the number 2 spot is Lighter, right? So like, I don't know, is Solana even number 3 in this game? Like maybe not. I'm not really 100% sure. And like, you know, the NASDAQ, right, is a publicly traded company, right? You can like go look at the market cap, not of like the NASDAQ index, but like the NASDAQ company that runs the exchange.
Why
It's
does
like
no
a
one ever
big
talk about that?
Because they don't make any money, right? Like, you know, it's like, I think it's however many tens of billions of dollars or something like that. But like all of the companies traded on the NASDAQ make more money than the NASDAQ does.
Wait,
right?
Solana's worth more than the NASDAQ right now.
Right. And Solana has more competition than the NASDAQ. And Solana still does way less size than the NASDAQ, right? So I'm looking at it and I'm like, dude, this thing's overpriced, right? Like, say you executed. Like, here's the problem is like, one, there's a really good chance they don't even succeed as like the NASDAQ. That's like bear case number 1. And then bear case number 2 is like pretend they become on-chain NASDAQ. Is that even worth what they're like telling you it's worth, right? So I definitely think it's a little problematic. It's not like a coin that you don't need to be a hero on this, right? Like Pump makes far more money than Solana. The memetics are great because they literally dump Solana to buy Pump, right? Like just put the trade on, you know, like I don't think you have to like overthink it. You don't have to like catch a knife, right? Like good coins are going up, buy those.
Okay. A thought in here is like, you know, Ansem said in the chat, he's like the issue with Sol is it competes with Hood and Pump on both sides. I fully agree. I think you know what I think this is a good take as well is if Solana were to get another Pump successful level of app in the same ballpark level of success as a Pump that isn't a meme coin launchpad, then all of a sudden I'll be like, fuck, Solana network is maybe this, you know, Hasib like blockchains or cities type of take is a decent one. If they were to get one more violent app that's making 6 figures a day, then you have to sit down and be like, okay, the network on this chain is nuts and this is actually valuable. But with it just being Pump, it's hard to say anything other than flip Sol because fuck it. And it maybe it's cards. I don't know.
Well, the big problem with that too, right? You know, like take Phantom, top tier product, right? Like Phantom, you know, obviously I assume has a great working relationship with Solana and everything or the other social trading apps, but like they are abstracting the experience away from the chain and like there's no Solana app, right? And then look at like how many Solana phones sold. I don't know the numbers, but I bet it's minuscule, right? So like in a world where you start seeing these, have you opened it?
It's more than one, brother.
Have you turned that thing on?
No,
have you turned it on?
I haven't.
Okay, well, there's the problem. You haven't even turned it on, right? I mean, I use mine I love mine. I bought it and I was profitable on the Doge airdrop or whatever it was, but like it's a paperweight. So like the problem is Solana doesn't have pricing power, right? Because if they start to yank up fees, well, FOMO will just reroute people other chains, right? Phantom will reroute people to other chains. Like they're in a little bit of like an existential crisis where like if they can't acquire the users, then the way they make money is extractive to the users of all the other applications who own the order flow,
Yeah.
right? And they can reroute wherever
Yeah.
they want. So like, I mean, you know, most people don't make money fading Ansem. So I could see myself being wrong. And like Solana is a huge name and like it is a good tech where you can build real businesses, but like they're in an incredibly tough spot. And it's I don't want to bet like just because everybody's trading meme coins that happens on Solana. If there's not the value accrual, you're better off just betting on like Pump that actually accrues value from this activity versus Solana.
Yeah. I think it's gonna take one app away from fuck. Solana is nuts again. I really believe that. What do you think about well, you're also a massive hype bull. I think you binked that really hard. What you think the RR is still there for hype? Like I like the Zach hype pump trio. It's like the new Sol Avax Luna.
Yeah, I mean, I think Hyperliquid is just like it's so easy to hold, right? It's like, you know, it used to be you could just hold Bitcoin, right? And then it was you could hold Bitcoin and Ethereum. Then you could hold Bitcoin, Ethereum, Sol, right? But the problem is you were like unintentionally running a very lopsided barbell where it was like, okay, the thesis is Bitcoin is money and Ethereum has this premium because it's money and Solana has this premium because maybe it's money. So I'm holding, you know, my long-term hold in crypto is 3 monies, but the 2 monies, as we've kind of learned, it's up for debate how much monetary premium they deserve, right? Especially versus Bitcoin, which is just the king. Along comes Hyperliquid, which, you know, graduates to enough size that it can like be institutionally, which just means like patient capital. Like it can be institutionally held. And instead of being money, it makes money, right? So like you can basically you can kind of run the perfect barbell, right? Between like some Bitcoin to ZEC ratio being like the money aspect of your portfolio, and then some Hyperliquid pump ratio being the makes money like component of your barbell. At that point, you're like, okay, you know, maybe it happens today, maybe it happens a year from today, whatever, but like all of these can double, triple, right? Like I have my exposure in crypto, and now I can do what I want, which is just trade everything else to like allocate into these ratios of barbells how I feel. So I think it's I mean it's like as much of a blue chip as you could possibly have in crypto, and like perps super cycle, right? Like it's kind of obvious.
Okay, so I think it's a good take. You are, I mean, dude, when we hired you, you were like the biggest part of the reason was because you told me you had 200% of your net worth in Bitcoin. I never heard anyone say anything even remotely similar to that ever. I didn't know that was possible. And I don't know. I think you flip-flopped around. You didn't flip-flop around. But you started talking about things that weren't Bitcoin. And when I knew you, you only wanted to talk about Bitcoin. And now we're in this like really interesting spot where we're sort of like knocking on the door of what could be a Bitcoin mania breakout again. And I also have been running around screaming, this is the first cycle Bitcoin won't participate. Now I really mean alt pairs versus BTC just like go fucking nuts. Whereas last cycle they didn't really. Except for the few fabled ones, Sol, Hype, etc. What are your BTC takes on where we're at right now? Sort of like macro environment where Bitcoin is going. Like, was that it?
I think so. I'm still at a point where, you know, Bitcoin's probably the smallest percentage of my portfolio. It's been, you know, I've been trading and then taking profits into Hype, taking profits into Zcash, and just
you used to only take it into BTC, right?
Yeah, I used to. It was religiously. Like I you know, I think I said it on that first interview. It used to be the case where like my bank account, I would only have money for next month's rent and money for groceries, and then every other dollar to my name would be in Bitcoin and leveraged. And then every trade I would take, the profit would plow straight back into that leveraged position. It's still the case where I have no money. It's all invested. It's all in crypto. I love this shit. You know, you're gonna have to drag me out, like kicking and screaming. But no, I mean now I'm like allocating to Hype. I'm allocating to Zcash. I stand by the take that like this is a non-Bitcoin cycle because you have to hold like you have to hold two opposing views in your head, right? View number one is like the Buffett view, which is correct, right? Which is like gold is a bad investment, treasuries are a bad investment, money is a bad investment because it's non-productive, right? Like it's better to just buy and hold a business, you know, and there's a reason Buffett's made more money than all of us.
Facts.
But the problem is that's true all of the times, except when the money is no good, right? When money goes bad and it's time for a regime change, it creates an investable opportunity from bad money into good money. So this crypto cycle right now is dominated by kind of like a Buffett school of thought, like let's buy good projects that make money. And then there's a ton of debate about like, how do you rank the revenue, buybacks, token equity? There's a ton of debate about like how you build that, like what is the value of this token model, but people are like starting to do it, right? So it is very much like on chain is the furthest intellectually it has ever been from Bitcoin. We've like broken those shackles.
Okay.
But it just so happens to be that like the 30 years blowing up, we're kind of losing a war in Iran. China's technical dominance is continuing. AI is sucking all of the money out of the space, and it's putting a lot of stress on, you know, the dollar system. So like, okay, Bitcoin's ripping up. And then obviously, you know, Bitcoin going up like crazy because it's kind of the base, you know, it's the base collateral of the crypto economy, right? It just enables a bunch of leverage, right? And it enables a bull run, right? So it's like, I stand by the intellectual take that this is a non-Bitcoin cycle. It just happens to be the case that like things are going really well for Bitcoin right now. So like, you know, be a little long.
The thing that's, and we talked about this earlier, like I keep using AVAX. They're gonna send
Poor
me,
guys.
they're gonna send me a cease and desist, but like I think we're green on, like we're good on chain until like Kaleo unironically posts an AVAX fractal that has ATH target.
Yeah.
Then I get a little bit like, okay, the money. Because even on this last little like Bitcoin, it's like a 4% flush, I know, but it was everyone's in the pit posting ApeCoin P&Ls. I'm like, guys, what the fuck are you doing? ApeCoin P&Ls? What are you doing? And so I think the nice thing is like, what to position in feels fairly clear as to where, if the money consolidated, what could go really high. And then as we know with every cycle, there's always the like couple new things that come into like steal so much attention. Like how are you positioning with new things? Robinhood, buying experiments on chain, AI coin, things like this.
Yeah, it's like I mean I respect memes. I love memes, and I'll kick a couple memes when I have a good idea or find something funny. But like that's not my game. I'm just like I've probably done a gazillion of volume in memes and made $4. Like I've worked infinitely harder on trying to make money in memes than I've actually made money in memes. But you know, with the primitive of like on-chain stocks, with I think the memes proving themselves as like a durable asset class, right? Like I think it's pretty fair to say that like meme coins are just an emergent property of entirely permissionless capital markets, right? Like if NASDAQ let anybody list anything, there'd be meme coins on NASDAQ too, right? And if that's just like a core property of the technology that we've built here, then meme coins aren't going anywhere. And you can like, I think I have respect to the meme coin traders. I think like you can just be a meme coin trader. Like that's cool. Like they're not going away. They'll go up and down, you know, it'll have market cycles like any other sector, but like it's always there. And you know, it'll be easier to make money when it goes up versus when it goes down. But like shit, that's true about every asset in the world. So you can be a meme coin trader. Like I think I love all the creators. I love all the social stuff happening there. I think it's like so fun to watch, and it'll be really good for our space as a whole. You can buy like meme coin infra, which is, you know, basically pump, or maybe you want to buy like pawns on Robinhood or something. You know, that's kind of like sector A, is like meme coins are like a durable asset class, and it wasn't perceived as durable a year ago. So the entire asset class is just underpriced. and we need to discover like what the fair price of the meme coin asset class in the ecosystem is. Then there's on-chain, right, which I would consider like different than meme coins. This is like your FWAs, your stonk brokers, right? It's like financial experiments. And I'm just like so happy people are like having fun and trying new things. I'm very glad that we've like learned the lessons of the past. Like these projects do buybacks. These projects don't waste their time with the DAO, right? They're like, this is what it is. Here's the buyback. I think we need to still work on how we structure these things. Like maybe we should go the MetaDAO route, and like maybe that's the right way to launch an on-chain business. Maybe it's some other way. And what he's doing with his coin of like building his social around it and bridging like the off-chain like social capital that he has, and like he can have the bullpen team. He has a real business, right? He can have the bullpen team work on it. Market Bubble's like a real business, right? And he can like do these on-chain experiments with it with his index and stuff. Like maybe you don't need MetaDAO, maybe you don't need a launch pad, maybe you just need like a based founder who you trust to take care of the token, right? Like maybe that's it. Maybe we were wrong to try to put the trust on the on-chain layer, and that should just be the markets layer. And maybe the trust actually does have to live off-chain in the social layer. So it's so exciting to see all of that happen. I really want while I'm just like feeling angry at all these, it's not enough for the good coins to go up, the bad coins need to go down. Like, God, I would love to see like Compound go to 0, or Aave go to 0, or like
Aave, really?
Or like Uniswap really suffer. Like I think these overvalued tokens that have kind of the toxic lab equity split, they've done nothing but like max extract from the DAO. I think it's like, I think Ansem's coin,
that trio, by the way.
Yeah, here you go. But like just for reference, like Ansem's coin made more money in the first day and returned it to token holders through the form of burns in the first day than Compound has its like entire existence as far as like token holder revenue, right? And then Compound just extracted another $52 million from the DAO. Like that's a token that should go to 0, right? Like same thing with Aave. They're kind of doing the buybacks and stuff, but like I think I want these on-chain kids to just get fucking pissed and like sell this shit. Don't short it, but sell all of this stuff and like buy the tokens that treat you with respect, right? Like maybe you don't like the memes or not or whatever, like, but like Ansem has done more for his token holders than like then it took years for Hayden Adams to do and for all of these guys to do. So like I think we should think about that. And I think like the other beautiful thing is, again, like it's not enough for the good coins to go up, the bad coins need to go down. The venture class of like institutional crypto money is so over allocated to all of these projects, right? And they're over allocated on the principle that we have the lab's equity, we can sell the token to realize liquidity, and then we're already profitable and we basically have a free position in the labs, right? But as these tokens start to drop and they haven't really realized any value out of there, and as you realize like, oh God, okay, the labs aren't really making that much money either, right? They're basically jobs programs, right? Pay a couple people to hang out in Williamsburg and drink boba tea all day. Like as those come down and the on-chain coins like pawns go up and the on-chain coins like FWA goes up, the same way the VC class is offsides on pump, so they're forced to buy it because at a certain point your LPs look at you and they're like, what do you mean you didn't buy the most profitable app ever because it was meme coins? Like, why am I investing in your fund? At a certain point they'll be like, hey, you invested in an Aave Compound, but like they made no money, or the team kept all the money for themselves and they threw all these parties at token, but you invested in a team that was just enriching themselves. Like, what are you doing? What about this pawns thing? It ran up to 100 million and bought back 30% of the supply or whatever. So like I'm like so excited for like those projects to like either suffer to the point where they need to fix their behaviors and then they can actually go up because they're accruing value, thank God, or like suffer to the point where like all that capital can re-rotate into these good projects. So like final times, I've said it a million times, like if these bad coins can go down, these good coins can go so high
without
they're
any new money.
so under owned. I think not entirely, but I'm making up numbers here. I bet you like 3/4 of institutional capital in crypto, of professional capital, is just completely offside. They're just exposed to the absolute wrong class of vomitous crap, and that's true when you look at the crypto top 100. It's just absolute garbage, right? So like it's time. I've never been so bullish and excited about like the state of on-chain as I am right now.
Liquid Fund has been back holding DeFi for years, Ansem said.
Exactly. Yeah, it's time for them to rotate. It's time for them to sell and buy our bags instead.
I fuck with Robert Leshner though. That's my guy.
Oh yeah,
Big Lash is my guy.
Right? I love him. He made Compound in an earlier day, right? Like things were different. I'm willing to give everybody a little bit of a pass for what they did in early DeFi. DAOs were cool. Were you going to get sued or not or whatever? But there's no excuse anymore.
I agree.
Right? So Robert left before the sins of Compound. He gets a pass, but the rest of them, I don't know.
Big Lash, the legend, friend of the stream. Okay, question. How big of an existential threat to Pump Fund is Ponce? Because I'm starting to I'm thinking about it. Like, they're only Solana, which is historically okay. They kind of have the same problem as like Bitcoin. Hear me out on this, which is like Bitcoin has remained Lindy by doing absolutely nothing in the face of every threat that's ever come to Bitcoin. And then finally you get the quantum fear, which is maybe the most substantial one that we've had. And Bitcoin holders are like, fuck you. We've done nothing, made a million X, and Bitcoin has survived because we've done nothing. Why would we stop doing nothing? In a lot of ways, Pump is in the same thing. We're only using Solana. They never added, they never added mainnet. They never added base. They added Blast back in the day and it was a disaster. They never added Monad. And every Mega ETH, every new hype chain that comes around, Pump is like, no. Sol is Lindy. And then you get this Robinhood chain thing. And yeah, I totally understand why they would not add Robinhood day one. But then it's like Vlad Tenev is moving militant and there is a substantially the highest ratio we've ever seen of coins on chain that are on not Solana relative to Solana. And Pawns is going vertical. Its revenue numbers are going vertical. And if it gets too crazy, all of a sudden the Pump valuation maybe gets, I don't know, shook a little bit. Like, what do you think about Pump biting the bullet and adding Robinhood chain and their lack thereof ability to do that?
Yeah. I mean, I think people really underestimate how much of a masterclass like Pump is running. So first of all, they make more money than God with the Launchpad, right? And they stave off all of the competition. What was it, like BonkBot and like all these other like Launchpads, right? And like in the first wave, they stave off all that competition. And then you get to the bear market. And obviously, meme coins die and volumes crater. But why didn't Pump, Pump revenue obviously wasn't at all-time highs. It didn't go to zero, right? Revenue fell less than like meme coin market cap and volume. And that's because they launched Pump Swap and they basically they used to just make money on the graduation of meme coins. Then they started making money on the graduation and on the trading of meme coins, right? So they started to verticalize and that protected their revenue during the bear. And then FOMO comes along and now you're social trading. Well, here's the funny thing, right? If FOMO routes any volume through Pump Swap, Pump is making money. So like Pump probably I don't know if they realize it, because there's a little bit of a war going on, but like Pump probably makes a lot of money from FOMO. Like they're actually probably much better friends than both of them might even realize, right? Like FOMO relies on Pump coins. That's
a good
right?
point, actually.
The same way Pump likes FOMO traders, right?
Yeah.
I bet
they kind of benefit each other in a way.
Right, exactly. And so, but to continue verticalizing, right? Like Pump starts to pivot like the Pump app into the social trading experience, right? So what you're watching is everybody kind of says Pump Fund only ever got the Launchpad right because they kind of fumbled the streaming thing, which like, by the way, wasn't a bad idea. Like when you have
It was a
few
good
billion-
shot. I will stand by that.
Right,
It was a respectable shot.
Right. It didn't work.
It didn't work.
Great. But like
And they
when you're
killed
a
it. They
business
killed
that
it
big,
too.
right. You have to be like Google. Like Google, look at the Google Venture book where it has SpaceX, Anthropic, and Waymo in it. It also has a ton of failed stuff, right? So like when you're as big as Pump Fun, you need to invest in these like asymmetric opportunities. And like because they're asymmetric, most of them will fail. So I think like Pump Fun's talent is overhated because the streaming thing was so visual, and like the bounties thing, I mean, the bounties thing was a little bit morally detestable, you know, like I don't think anyone should really defend that, but like it was another shot on goal. But like, it's not just, you know, they've landed Pump Swap, they landed the app. I mean, I have absolutely no information, right? But like the future of Pump is obvious, right? It's like continue to verticalize, right? Like build maybe borrowing and lending, figure out if they can do perps, figure out like the ecosystem they can build around these projects. Okay, now if you have the app, and you know, should they just hold your money in Pump, or should they do some yield stable? Like there's so many places they can take this, right? And like they have proven they've successfully verticalized once. They're in the process of the next step of verticalization. You know, they don't even have to win, right? They can be the second or third best or fourth best social app if the entire category is so big.
Yes.
And remember, like I believe Pump app has no trading fees because they make money when you trade the Pump tokens into Pump pairs.
They make it anyways.
So they have they have a competitive advantage because they make money on the order flow. They don't even need to charge fees on the app. So they're pretty well positioned. So I mean, would I be worried about pawns? No. I mean, I just think Pump is like so far graduated, right? That you know, pawns has like at a certain point, people will realize that Pump Fund's growth is going to come from all of these other opportunities. Once it's fairly priced relative to the revenue it currently makes, whatever that is, then people will realize that the new market cap comes from these expansion opportunities. And unless you see pawns also playing in that domain, which maybe they will, but they're just far away from it today, then like Pump's future market cap is just kind of unrelated to what pawns does. So I don't know, like I'm not super worried about it.
Side note, but there's this announcement that just came out that JP Morgan is doing a stablecoin, and Circle's down 5% in like a second.
Yeah, I don't like. I mean,
it's such a vampable business. I'm sorry, it's such a weird business.
It's pretty rough.
What is Google Plus? Google Social? What is Google Social?
Oh, that was they basically tried to make like a Twitter, Instagram type of social media that you used your Google account for, and it was a total flop. But it was another one of those things that it was like, okay,
Threads for Google.
If I was sitting in the Google boardroom and they were like, hey, let's try to make a social app, I probably would have said, yeah, let's give it a shot. Good idea. You know, like it's another one of those things that like failed, but is like a good bet to make.
You didn't have a Google Plus? What the fuck is Google Plus? I've never even heard of this. Maybe I did.
It might have predated you, dude.
Launched in June 2011, bro. Yeah, no way.
Yeah, you might be too young.
Dina, let's do a seg on this tomorrow. Okay, Mr. King. Anything else you think? Anson was in high school. Damn, Unc was in high school when this shit came out. Any like I don't know, sort of concluding thoughts that you're excited about? Do you think we should know? Like, what happens if Bitcoin goes to 75K right now?
I think Bitcoin looks like, I mean, this is just chart slop at this point, but I think it looks good above, like, as long as you hold like 72 or 72 to 4 somewhere, wherever you want to draw your fancy lines. Like, I don't know. I think the coin looks good. If we go below 70, I'd start to worry, and I'd be like, oh damn, they really got me with the bull trap. But for now, I feel pretty good. I also think like AI is rolling over, which is definitely good for our
NVIDIA earnings today, right?
Potentially. We'll see. Yeah, I mean, I think, God, I just don't think there's a number that they can give that will like be enough.
They can't let Layla Harp. I mispronounced. I didn't mean to mispronounce her name. I don't know how to pronounce her name, but they can't let her be right on this liquidity grab thing, right?
Oh no. No.
Ansem says
No hate.
no
but
hate.
she
I
can't
didn't
be
mean to
right.
say your name wrong, by the way. I really didn't. Ansem said should we short NVIDIA Tulip? Also, Flood is really short.
I mean, I think I don't see why people don't like the 2000 analogy, right? Where it was basically like, okay, the internet provided us with the opportunity to build fundamentally new businesses with new economics. So let's all get insanely bullish and like let's bet yard on this opportunity. And Cisco providing, networking and connectivity runs up to the absolute moon, but then the profitable businesses like built on the internet don't materialize at that moment.
Yes.
So it rolls over and it takes Cisco, what, 10, 15, 20, however many years to like build back up, right? Like, dude, I don't know. It feels like we're there for AI, right? Like we're investing all of our GDP into AI and like the only businesses making money are the businesses who are building that out. But like the same way, like, if you and I have an internet connection, that doesn't do anything. It only matters if we do commerce over that internet connection.
Yes.
Right. So like building AI for the sake of your like religious project to build the machine god, like it's dope, I guess, but it doesn't really create any economic activity. And then you listen to like, again, no shade. You listen to like the Dorkesh pod that he just had with Dylan Patel,
I didn't listen to
and they're like, oh, I see 10% GDP growth. It's going to demand so much capital. It starts to take from the government. Anthropic will be the only private company in the world. And I'm like, dude, GDP growth has been below average since ChatGPT launched. I'm like, what are these guys smoking? I understand GDP is like a deeply flawed metric, but like, shit, shouldn't we? By this, I mean, we have Fable 5. We went from ChatGPT 3 to Fable 5,
Crazy.
and we're still at like below average GDP growth. And every company, it wasn't a bubble because it was profitable businesses using excess cash flow to build AI. So even if it floundered, there were still profits on these businesses, right? But then they started tapping the debt markets, and the debt markets ran dry. And then they started tapping into equity issuance, and that's running dry. And now NVIDIA is at a position where they're like, oh, here's a magical coalition of $500 billion of supported, spending, and everyone's going to use this $500 billion to buy NVIDIA chips. Dude, there's just no way. There's no fucking number there's no number they can give that like will make me think, oh, we're there. And then at the exact same moment, China. Like, what is the story of China other than like we take something and we scale it to infinity? We take electric cars and we scale it to infinity. We take steel and we scale it to infinity. We take fabrics and we scale it to infinity. I mean, the Chinese models keep catching up, right? They're building these DUV machines, the DUV lithography machines. They've already taken DUV lithography to like a place that I just simply did not think was possible 5 years ago. Like how they've pushed that technology is incredible. So maybe their machines are 25% as good and efficient at making chips as the like Western Alliance's EUV machines. But if they have 100 times as much of them, it doesn't matter, right? So like, Apple is going to China to invest in CXMT to build up supply of memory. China's building all their own lithography machines. Like, you don't have to be very clever to like see where this is going. And then just the final take there is basically, it's boring, right? Like, the Dario versus
fucking boring, by the
Gavin
way.
Baker tweet exchange. I read 3 sentences of it.
So
I did
over
an
it.
angry quote tweet. Then a minute later, I deleted that quote tweet because I was like, I don't even read the thing because I don't even care.
give a
I'm
fuck.
like, okay, we get it. You're building God, and you think blah blah blah
I
and
know.
whatever.
Pump the
and
fucking
okay,
coins.
Cyber, right.
Tweet Bitcoin,
and
Dario.
it's just like, right. So you can mystify everybody with your $30 trillion TAM. That only works when the story's interesting. But I'm so bored of listening to these guys. I'm not even like you know, it's worse for someone to not care than to be mad or happy with you. I just don't even care anymore. You know, the data center hate, I promise you, I could be wrong, but like every single data center investor I've talked into, none of them have modeled data center hate into their financing, right? So all of them, you know, they go online and they read, everybody hates the energy suck of these data centers. So we're going to build these data centers with off the grid power so we don't impact the local community. That's cool. But again, tech bros are so bad at politics that they don't realize it doesn't matter. I guarantee you, you could build your data center with off the grid power and the local government is still going to vote to make you subsidize their energy bills. And that is
That's
not
how
modeled
it's coming,
in.
but yeah.
I promise you.
I agree
I
with you on
promise
this.
to God,
Totally agree.
Oracle has not modeled this. Galaxy Digital has not modeled this. Iren has not modeled this. CoreWeave has not modeled this. Not a single one of these companies has modeled what it means to lose politics.
Yeah.
And they don't realize that like when they lose politics, it's just going to manifest as a tax on them. So as the cost of capital rises, and as you have these costs that weren't baked into your models, soon it will just be economic reasons that this build out slows. And if the build out slows, and NVIDIA was kind of relying on its circular financing of $500 billion, I mean, I'm not shorting AI because I don't have a death wish, but I'm not long, dude. I'm really not long.
NVIDIA earnings today, man.
Big day.
It's a big fucking day. Philip, you're the GOAT, man. It was long overdue.
Yeah.
It was
Thanks
long
for having me,
overdue.
bro.
That sounded like
It's
a
all
short
good.
answer. That sounded like a short thesis to me, he says.
Don't do it, Ansem. Don't just look. Some things you don't want to short, just on principle.
That's scary. Yeah. Yeah, the implications of that. Philip, you're the GOAT. You're the fucking GOAT. I love when you come on. I love when you're bullish. I love when you're bullish my coins, and you did all three of them today. You came on, you were bullish, and you were bullish my coins. Is there any final thoughts you would like to leave us with?
No, good luck. Good luck in the trenches, everybody. Let's all make some money, hopefully.
You're the fucking GOAT, dude. Thanks for coming on again. I will see you in
Yeah.
a quarter. Peace.
Yeah, peace.
My fucking GOAT, man. That guy's a special brain, dude. I'll tell you what. That guy's. I feel like some days he fucking runs his head against the wall. He has to talk to me every day for like hours. I feel like he beats his head against the wall a couple hours every day when he has to talk to me. Shout out to Tulip. NVIDIA earnings will be big today. By the way, there's this pretty cool. I thought this was hilarious. 2K27. Are you showing me earnings? No. 2K27 has an NPC in the game. I keep getting pinged in this. Called Crypto the Clown. You could play against him and farm points to upgrade your build. It's 5'3". He's 5'3".
Looking through here, I'm just looking for like the shortest player possible. I find Crypto the Clown. Look at this guy. Bro is 5'3" with like not that good of shooting, and he ends up trying to just go in for the dunks and stuff. If you make him, he can barely even dunk at all. I think he just throws up layups in general. So it's really easy
They
to
put him in the park, bro.
farm like defensive attributes and just the my points that you're gonna get through blocks, as well as get like rebounds just over him in general too, even if you're a really bad rebounder as well. And then more than anything, gonna be easier to shoot over, and then also be easy to dunk on, which is obviously what me,
Crypto the Clown, bro.
Laker fan, was doing. So for other ideas, once you've played him 5 times, you're gonna see that upgrade meter goes all the way up to the full bar. And
He's
then
wearing a clown mask. Crypto the Clown. What the fuck, man? Its entire purpose is to get dunked on and farm points, bro. I might buy 2K27. Are we saying it's good? I haven't played 2K in like many years. Crypto the Clown, bro. I think this, yeah, Take-Two dev bought a Frank listing and it didn't go very well. Buy 2K27 - Wavy 80. I haven't played a game in a long time except Power World. I'm playing a hella Power World right now. God, I really hope we don't just roll over right here. Let's just bulls step in and let's make a fucking get a queen to buy it for you. It's a Take-Two product. Oh, I didn't realize that. God, 2K hasn't made a good game in like. Also, DNAP, let's do a segment on JP Morgan stablecoins. Also, Google Plus. I'm interested in that for tomorrow. 2K, last good 2K was like 21. 21 was good. 20 was ass. 19 was amazing. Wait, let's see. Every 2K by year. I'll give you. Okay, hold on. Let me look at this. All right, first 2K I ever played, 2K10. Unbelievable. 2K10 was unbelievable. First 2K I ever played, though. 11, I don't really remember was good. 12, I don't really remember was good. 13 was the first year I played my team, and it was fucking goated. 14 was also goated. 15 was the first next-gen game I had. Was so good. 16 is overrated. 17 is absolutely, undisputedly, argue with the wall. 2K17 was the best 2K they ever made. It doesn't even come close. It was the best park. It was the best game by far. 18 was fucking terrible. It was so... 2K17, Paul George loading screen was the most culturally relevant. That's when like Aiden... Actually, it's pre-Aiden, but it's like Duke Dennis. All these guys blew up on 17. Hank the Tank. DF Grinding. Oh, bro, DF Grinding. All the boys blew up on 17. Steezo blew up. Ticino blew up. I really played 2K, bro. 18 was the worst game they've ever made ever, and it fucking crushed the franchise, I think. I think 18 just... No, I don't want to watch this. I don't want to watch this. Prayers for Nepal, though. I think 18 ruined the franchise. That's the first time I realized we could make the worst game of all time, and it will still sell. 19 was unbelievable. It was... 19 was... in my opinion, 19 was the most fun to play. 17 has the best memories. 19 was the most fun to play. 20 was fucking ass. 20 was ass. 21 was pretty good. And then every game after that, I haven't played since. That was it. Once the Curry behind the back got added, the game went so downhill. Also, hot take. I'm not a huge fan of if it's not green, it's a miss. Call me a casual. I'm not a huge fan of green or miss. I'm not a huge fan of that. Like, I'm just not. Call me casual, call me a noob, whatever. I'm not a huge fan of green or miss. I'm just not. I'm playing online. The servers are delayed. I'm on a controller, and everyone's got a fucking Zen, bro. It's not fun. Everyone's got a Zen. It's so lame, honestly. They've ruined the game too. So, I don't know. That's my thought on 2K. Bitcoin 77. You think I'm not watching it? The fact they make no attempt to fight Zenners is crazy. Bro, I know. I don't spend that much time gaming. I do stare at the pump chart in that game. I don't play that much. I have 2 months. This is the only things I do is I stream. I sleep a lot. I go to the gym once a day. I take 2 calls. I do a lot. Take 2 calls. I read finance books, and then I've been gaming a lot recently. I've been gaming 2 computers, Power World and Pump Chart, and the other monitor. And I listen to YouTube videos. Like I listen to like Taiki and shit. There's one glaring gap of women. I know. I know. It's actually very difficult to fight off all the women in the Twitch chat, but I do my best. Clearly, I'm doing a pretty good job. What was I gonna say? No GF till Series B. Yeah. By the way, guys, stop DMing me. No girlfriend till Series B. What was someone about to say? You know the Onion Futures Act? Only commodities still banned from U.S. futures trading. DNAP, pull that. Let's do it tomorrow. Let's get back into some finance lore segs tomorrow. We kind of put segments on hold for the bull market, but it seems the bull market's over, so we can get back into some lore segs. I made that seg 2 weeks ago. I know, but it was for the bull market. But bull market's over, so we can get back to some segs. I don't game that much, but I have been gaming. Prior to Power World, I haven't seriously played a video game since well, that's not true. That's not actually that. I was no-lifing FIFA I actually have been gaming. I was no-lifing FIFA for a little bit to get to season 1, and I got really bored at season 3. Started losing and just started getting frustrated. 2K has that Leia rubbing her hands like Birdman right now. What's your best FIFA pack pull ever? I don't play Ultimate Team. 2K has that setting where you could put ball handling on absolute. So like if your character's like facing left and you want to do a crossover, it's still right to left instead of having to like go up down. I couldn't figure out how to do that on FIFA, and it was driving me fucking nuts. And my ball rolls were getting fucked up, and I just started raging and I quit. I can't play Rivals. I've been playing the fuck out of Power World. It's a really good game. I'm a little bored right now though. The FIFA Park might be kind of fire, dude. I need a squad to play pro clubs with on FIFA. I've been playing FIFA, and I was playing. I sweat Madden pretty hard every year. I sweat Madden every year, and I just bought NCAA 25. You were definitely such a cheeser at 2K, bro. I used to run. I was a pure shot creator at 19, and I had a pure stretch, and I used to just fucking fade. I just used to fade corners, bro. I used to fucking fade. Left, right, fade. Left, right, fade. Left, right, fade. That is a little rascal shit. Left, right, fade. Left, right, fade. Screen, fade. Screen. My 3 builds at 19 when I played, I probably had 1,000 park games. I was a pure stretch, 7-foot power forward, pure stretch, 6'3" pure shot creator. So bang corner threes, shoot over everybody. Don't see hands. Left, right, fade. And then I had a 6'7" lockdown, pure lock. It's so AIDS, bro. My lockdown was so fucking AIDS. Pure lock, max wingspan, point guard lock. It was disgusting, bro. That is the rage quit build. I used to just steal cheese. Stevie, give me that. I used to steal cheese. Anyone ever play NBA Ballers? Is that what I think it is? No. Dude, you just dated yourself with that, bro. Released in February 2004? Nah. I thought you meant the playground game. 2004, bro. This, you ever play this? I used to sweat this. NBA Playgrounds. I used to sweat the fuck. This is a sneaky little game. I used to sweat the shit out of this game, dude. I used to sweat this. I'm gonna get the new NCAA, by the way. I used to boo people offline on 2K. The worst was I played what was the NBA card mobile game? I used to play the fuck out of this too. NBA card mobile game. I used to play the ever loving shit out of this. NBA mobile, bro. What y'all know about this game, dude? Nothing. Y'all never played this. I have like 50, 100, I don't know, 250 hours on this game. Y'all never played this shit. Stop it with that. Stop it. You'll never, ever were playing this 2K mobile card game. That was I skipped school for 2K release days. So did I, of course. Who's going to school on 2K release day? Are you nuts? No one's going to school on 2K release day, brother. You never played NBA Jam? Such a casual ass game. I used to when 2K19 came out, I had a broken ankle. I milked that injury for like 6 months. I milked the injury for 6 months, dude. And just played Park. for months. And I came back to the court and I was ass because I just been playing park all day for like months. Like I didn't for months. For literal months, dude. I did nothing else but play park. Loki ruined your career. I have a weird thing with injuries. Like I used to I was a hella like anxious basketball player. And so I would come back from injuries mad slow, bro. Like it would take me like a full I broke my ankle 3 times and I would come back from it. It would take me I don't know, it'd take me like a full season to come back from an injury. Like I would get healthy at the beginning of the year and I would be ass until the year ended. But it was just like death spiral of injury, come back ass, sit on the bench, get worse, sit back on the bench, get worse, sit back on the bench, get worse. It was this death spiral. You were driving 30 ball in AAU? Yeah. I wasn't like ripping 30 balls. My career high in high school was 34. Against the best team in the state, by the way. That's my career high though. Like I wasn't like averaging 30. I underperform my skill level low key, I can't lie. I underperform my skill level, I'm not gonna lie. 34 minutes, not points, bro. Minutes. I started as a freshman. That's all I got for games though. I love playing video games though. I want to play some online games. I was playing Pokopia for a little bit, but it's too casual. I cannot play like fully casual. I need some fucking like some boss fights. I would like to play Elden Ring. I'd be down to play some games if people are on pro clubs. If anyone plays FIFA pro clubs, it seems like nobody does. I threw that out there. 300 people in the stream. No one plays fucking pro clubs. It's nuts. I'm pretty nice at FIFA. I'm not gonna lie. I would like to be the team striker, but I'm cool to not be. I'll play on the wing. We need to play online poker tournament. I love poker, bro. I love poker. I haven't played pro clubs in a minute. I would like to be the team striker, but I'm down to not be. I would repent. But all right, here's where we're at. I'm gonna get off in a minute. We are in an interesting spot. I mean, we could realistically dump pretty significantly from here, and I'm like max bold, really. Like, I would like to be the team striker. I would. Like, we could dump like pretty significant from here, and I'm still like double balled up. Pump looks great. The alts look great. And I think we're sort of just waiting to see. I mean, man, if it legs up, the chart looks unbelievable. I mean, the chart looks unbelievable if we can get back above 80s. We really like, you don't want to lose this, I would say. Like, you don't want to lose this, like, this line down here, semi-analysis. Oh, my God. OX Alpha, best model in the game right now. It's on fully Chinese chips. NVIDIA's going to miss earnings, dude. Honestly, it doesn't even matter if they miss earnings. Yeah, look at that. Everyone's making chips now. Broadcom making chips. Everyone's making chips. That's crazy. The best model in the world was fully built on Chinese chips. That would have been unthinkable. That would have been unthinkable 6 months ago. Like, genuinely unthinkable 6 months ago. Unthinkable that could be the case. What is it? Huawei is the chip maker? We don't know. Huawei? It's so over. Just plow all the money in crypto. Gold's down 1.3%. Bitcoin's down 0.6%. Not bad. Bitcoin Battlefield on Friday stream. Bitcoin Battlefield, it's pretty washed. They added pump, though. I bullied the guy into adding pump. Shout out to him. Bitcoin's strong as fuck. Whoa. Damn, this is throttling my PC. Holy fuck. This one is throttling my PC. Oh my God, it's like way better. It's actually like, Holy shit, look, it has like yards on it. It's actually like pushing up. Damn, I like the other dev though. Do the planes work? What site is this? Everybody wants to know. This is newhedge.io/Bitcoin/battlefield. The other dev added pump though. This guy. By the way, there was settings on this I didn't realize. There's 3 things you can use. There's a chat. My name is Jason. Nice. This is hella coded. There's music. I didn't realize. Oh, there is music. Look, they added pump fun. Look at this shit. It's Miami's hilarious. Can we see here Agri real quick? Yeah, sure. No way, dude. Cyberleak is crazy. Is it ripping? Wait. Can I watch? I'm gonna watch it full cam. Will I get banned if I watch it full cam? With no audio? No, right? Definitely not. No audio. Ugh, I won't watch it. The one from 3 hours ago, or is it newer than that? Oh, Agra, I forgot. Sorry. Or like 70... 78-1. Nice. Honestly, nice. Get us back above 79, bro, and we're out of there, bro. He leaked the prologue. Malcolm, you want to get breakfast? Oh, really? Nice. Can you put filters in this? Like, minimum size? Oh, you can. We just ask Malcolm if he wants to get breakfast because he never wants to. I don't eat before stream. I eat nothing before stream. I'm fully fasted. Fully fasted. No wonder you get cortisol face. Dude, come on, man. You should eat a banana upon wake up. Why? You know what I do is I wake up and I start my day with a coffee anxiety attack before anything happens. I do a coffee and I'm like panicking before the day even starts. I'm panicking. For wake up, I do espresso and cig. It's good. It's good. I do Americano or I do a cold brew if I'm like running late. Slight humming helps with anxiety attacks. Thanks. Cold brew is nuts. Why? Why is cold brew nuts? It's so strong. I'm not gonna lie. My body was like rejecting the cold brew yesterday. I thought I was gonna throw up. It's so. Why is a cold brew so strong? It uses high coffee to water ratio. It sleeps for a long time. It's so strong, dude. The nitro. First message. What's up, brother? How are you? Cold brew is for men. Cold brew feels like literal crack, dude. I've got some cold brew sleeping in my fridge for 3 days. Shit's about to slap. Nah, coffee is a psyop. Like, when do you usually take your? No, I don't for like the whole day. Coffee doesn't like do anything in my stomach. I drink 2 coffees a day. I'll drink my other one like before the gym. Usually I want to go to the gym right now, but what's I gonna say? Oh, I got addicted to coffee just because I thought the culture was cool. Like I just started drinking it because I like was young and I worked a young corporate job, and everyone like drank coffee, and so I was like, "Fuck it, I want to drink coffee. That shit seems lit." I started drinking coffee, and I've never quit. Coffee culture fucking rocks. And I feel like it's gotten mellow again. Like we're kind of done with the peak like Frappuccino era. That shit is so over. We're done. The Frappuccino shit is so cooked. Brother, you were tweeting. Yeah, like there's a guy who works corp at Google and runs the Twitter. He fucking tweets. He tweets. Like we're so over the like Frappuccino era. Thank God. That's like a ZERP phenomena as well. It's like let me go to Starbucks and get the ice spice meal. And you're like, what? I mean, the ice spice caramel macchiato? Give me a fucking break. I was 12 getting fraps. Yeah, I hate that shit. It's like let's go to the mall and get a 12,000 calorie frappuccino. It's like just get a fucking milkshake, dude. Whoever Starbucks pumpkin cold brew is like the greatest dog. Oh my god. Starbucks pumpkin cold brew is like the greatest thing that's ever touched my mouth. Pause. Ever. It's like the greatest thing of all time. Dude. Are we talking about crypto? I don't know, bro. Are we? There's a trade on the Frappuccino, but you wouldn't even know it. If you were tapped in, you would have shorted Starbucks. We would have shorted Starbucks when Frappuccino era ended. And you would have you actually would have gotten blown the fuck out is what would have happened. And you would have known that. Because you would have gotten blown the fuck out. Nah, it's after 11:30, bro. There's no crypto talk after 11:30. I'm here to talk about fucking. This is when I talk about 2K and shit. Talk about gaming. This is when I like spread lore about myself to really connect with the female stream audience. That's what the back 30 minutes of the stream are about, really. They mostly come for that, and you come for the early stuff. So you guys flip. I took Euro Summer too seriously. Now I'm tapped out. My bad. I was trolling. But watch. I did stop. We're done. I'm about to rug the stream. But I talked for 3 hours about finance. I got you. I got you, brother. Every day. Every day. Finance. I'm itching to buy Zipu. Female audience. There's like 2 of them. Females in the audience, do not feel pressure to make yourself known. You're good. You're good right where you are. All right. I'm live every day at 8:30 a.m. EST. I feel good about the market. I'm gonna just basically sit here and do nothing. You know how I'm positioned. My wallet's public. Everybody sees it. I don't think there's much to do at this current moment. I'm basically just going to sit here and act when it's time to act. So I rescind my time. I yield my time. I love you. Bye-bye.